Why is the rain getting heavier? Heavens above.
In all my years, I've never seen rain this heavy. But we just had a drought. The land probably can't absorb it. I hope we don't get a flood. Abbot Shu, make this rain stop.
I've lost control of the rain. What is happening?
How did this happen?
Wang He, it's you! Make this rain stop!
Your Majesty, do you still believe this rain has nothing to do with me?
I am now certain it fell because of you. Wang He, I underestimated you before. I never imagined you were so capable. Now that you've proven yourself, can you stop the rain?
But if I recall correctly, we did make a bet. Prince Ruyang, the princess, and Minister Shu should all honor their promises.
Wang He, you caused trouble first. Making amends for your mistake is only what you should do. Why should we apologize to you?
Besides, the bet was just a joke. It shouldn't be taken seriously. And now you're pushing it.
Then this rain won't stop today.
You!
Your Majesty, if this rain keeps falling, if it continues, the consequences will be unthinkable.
Wang He, stop being stubborn. I command you to stop the rain. Right now.
Your Majesty, a person lives their life to stand up for themselves. Besides, I'm only asking them to keep their word. Is that too much to ask?
What are you two waiting for?
Your Majesty, Wang He was just lucky this once. Why must you insist?
Prince Ruyang, with state affairs at stake, there's no room for your personal whims to refuse. If you don't apologize now, your title of prince will be stripped.
Hey, Kenkian Chan, come on, let's go.
Your Highness.
Hey. Wang He, I was wrong to doubt you. I shouldn't have looked down on you. Is that enough?
What about the princess? Why aren't you speaking? Cat got your tongue?
Talk, say something.
Sorry. Are you satisfied now?
Huh? Is that enough?
Your apologies, while completely insincere, are better than nothing. Finally. Now it's Minister Shu's turn. Finally. It's Lord Shu's turn now.
What are you doing?
These 88 slaps, will you do it yourself, or shall I do it for you?
Your Majesty, this...
If this rain keeps up, something terrible will happen. Guards, slap Lord Shu's face.
Your Majesty, I am an official of the court. This is outrageous.
Slap him.
Calm down, Your Majesty. I'll do it myself.
Last but not least, and him.
Huh?
For the crime of deceiving the Emperor, drag him away, execute him.
Your Majesty, spare me. Your Majesty, have mercy. Your Majesty, have mercy. Your Majesty, have mercy.
Now are you satisfied?
Don't worry, Your Majesty. The rain will stop now. Open sesame.
A miracle, a true miracle.
Wang He actually has such great power.
Wang He, to reward you, I hereby bestow upon you the title of Dingo Marquis. If you wish to inherit your father's position as the Dingo Duke, you must continue to perform well.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
That little darling Wang, he can actually command the wind and rain. Even if I can't kill him today, I must at least pull Chu Mo-yun down from her position as Imperial Preceptor. Otherwise, all this effort would be for nothing. Your Majesty, although the drought has been temporarily resolved, I, your subject, have another concern. I must say.
What concern?
Legend has it that 1,000 years ago, an ancient cultivator sealed a demonic beast beneath the demon-suppressing tower. It has been guarded by successive Imperial Preceptors, but now Chiu Mu-yun's power is damaged. Her magic is not what it used to be. I fear that if the Imperial Preceptor is not replaced, that 1,000-year-old demonic beast will break the seal and wreak havoc upon the world. I'm afraid if the position of Imperial Preceptor isn't changed, that 1,000-year-old demon beast will break out of the sealed boundary and wreak havoc on the world.
Ha ha ha, ridiculous. There's no such thing as demon beasts in this world. Ruyang Wang, have you been reading too many fantasy novels? We need to believe in science. Stop messing around with all that supernatural nonsense. It just makes you look a bit unhinged. Understand?
You're the one who doesn't understand. These stories have been passed down through generations among the people. They're not just baseless rumors. If a demon beast truly appears in the world, it will surely plunge the land into chaos. The consequences. Can Chu Mu-yun bear that responsibility?
Your Majesty, I know my current abilities are insufficient, and I am unfit for such a heavy responsibility. Therefore, I voluntarily step down, so someone more capable may take the position.
At least you have some self-awareness.
That's not necessary, I said. Since you're my woman, if you encounter trouble in the future, I'll handle it for you.
Wang He, don't think you're so great just because you prayed for rain once. If that 1,000-year-old demon beast truly emerges, it would crush you like an ant.
Stop with the fear-mongering. It's all just empty talk. Look how scared you are, practically pissing yourself. Have some backbone, will you?
You...
Could it be an earthquake?
Report. Your Majesty, it's terrible. According to multiple reports, a massive demon beast is approaching from the south. This beast possesses immense magical power. Wherever it goes, not a blade of grass is left alive.
What did you say?
The south? Isn't that exactly the direction of the demon-suppressing tower? Your Majesty, I fear my words have already come true. The Imperial Preceptor's power is waning. The demon-suppressing tower is unstable. That demon beast has likely already escaped.
Heavens. If this beast truly has 1,000 years of cultivation, won't it slaughter everything in its path?
Your Majesty, we must quickly devise a strategy to stop the beast from harming people.
Whoa, for real? This isn't some fantasy cultivation world. How can there be demon beasts? What treasure could possibly be in here? Was Grandpa lying to me? Why is there such a huge freezer? Oh my gosh, a miniature model of an ancient city. These little figures are moving. Why does this guy look a bit like me? Did I just travel into the freezer world?
Hurry up. I want you.
Wow, who can handle this?
You scoundrel! What did you do to me?
Hey, don't you pin this on me. It was clearly you who threw yourself at me.
You.
Why are you hitting me?
So what if I hit you? I want to kill you. Don't you know if I lose my virginity, my powers will be greatly diminished? What about tomorrow's rain ritual?
Rain ritual?
Daxia has suffered a prolonged drought. The disaster is severe. Summon Imperial Preceptor Tumuyun to perform the rain ritual.
Oh no, I've messed up big time.
His Majesty Wang He has arrived. Come out and receive His Majesty at once.
What? Caught in the act. What? Caught in the act.
Wang He, how dare you?
Your Majesty, you see, I wasn't lying. Wang He was indeed with the Imperial Preceptor, engaging in indecent acts.
Tonight is Prince Ruyang's birthday celebration. He specially invited you both to attend the banquet. And what do? You're here with the Imperial Preceptor, committing such an overstep. Do you have any respect for Her Majesty?
What on earth is going on? Imperial Preceptor, you explain.
Your Majesty, today at the banquet, I drank some wine. Somehow I started feeling unwell. So I wanted to find a room to rest. Who knew?
So you mean Wang He took advantage and forced himself on you?
Hey, don't put words in my mouth.
Who knew Wang He suddenly appeared in the room? By the time I regained my senses, what's done is done.
Wang He, how dare you? You even dare to violate the Imperial Preceptor.
Your Majesty, I was drugged. So it seems now, Imperial Preceptor was also set up. This can't all be my fault, right? Well, you think about it. We were both at Prince Ruyang's residence when this happened. Shouldn't the prince's household give an explanation? Who?
Stop making excuses. Someone like you, a scoundrel who spends every day in brothels and pleasure quarters, jumping at any chance to get into a woman's arms. What does that have to do with us?
It's your outrageous behavior that everyone in the capital knows about. Even when your father died, you weren't even qualified to inherit his Duke of Dingguo title. And now you're with the Imperial Preceptor committing such an indecent act. How can you face the princess?
Your words are offensive and unnecessary. Who I'm with is none of her business.
You have a marriage contract with the princess. Surely you haven't forgotten.
So this princess is my fiancée? This is awkward.
Now that things have come to this, there's absolutely no way I'm marrying Wang He. Your Majesty, I've heard the Imperial Preceptor practices the Jade Maiden technique. Losing her virginity means losing her power. And tomorrow is the rain ritual. If the rain prayer fails, the people will surely suffer. They'll be plunged into misery. Such a heinous sinner is not worthy of marrying me. I beg your Majesty to rescind the decree and cancel my engagement to Wang He.
Your marriage will be discussed later. Right now, I only want to know if the rain ritual will be affected. Imperial Preceptor, you and Wang He have already been intimate. Can the rain ritual still proceed tomorrow?
Your Majesty, I have lost my virginity. My power is reduced by more than half. For tomorrow's rain ritual, I cannot guarantee success.
Wang He, you deserve to die. Wang He, you deserve to die.
Wang He, do you admit your guilt? Our Daxia dynasty is suffering from a severe drought. We've been waiting for the Imperial Preceptor to bring us rain and relieve the drought.
The rain ritual cannot be delayed. Of course I'm aware.
Yet, for your own lust, you've severely weakened the Imperial Preceptor's power. If the rain ritual fails, the damage to our Daxia dynasty is something you could never bear.
It seems today's incident was orchestrated by someone to sabotage the rain ritual and frame me for it. That's exactly what happened. Then I must ask the people of Ruyang Manor. I was perfectly fine in the banquet hall earlier. Why did I suddenly feel unwell and end up in this chamber? Was someone deliberately setting us up?
Don't you dare slander us. A man of your moral failings has nothing to do with us. Your Majesty, a strange phenomenon just occurred outside. It must be because of Wang He's immoral conduct that has angered the heavens. That's what caused this celestial upheaval.
What do you mean?
Go out and see for yourselves.
Oh no.
Just because you assaulted the Imperial Preceptor, even the heavens couldn't stand it. They sent down this massive beam of white light as a warning. Perhaps only your death will make the white light dissipate.
To find an excuse to kill me, you really dare to spout nonsense.
Your Majesty only annulled Wang He's engagement to the princess. That's letting him off too easy. I beg your Majesty to issue an edict. To execute Wang He.
What?
Granted, guards, take Wang He to the death row. He will be executed at a later date.
Yes.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop moving around. Your Majesty, I can summon rain.
Wait, what did you say?
Wang He, have you gone mad? Saying such things? You don't know the ways of the Tao. How can you summon rain?
I mean what I say.
You truly have no regard for your life.
Your Majesty, Wang He even caused his own father, the Duke of Dingguo, to die of sheer anger. Not long ago, he messed up while drunk, losing the disaster relief grain you ordered him to transport. Such a disloyal and unfilial person, his words must not be trusted.
When the Duke of Dingguo was alive, he was far too negligent in his teaching. To have raised such a good-for-nothing like you. You can't accomplish anything, only cause trouble. Getting yourself worked up to death is one thing, but you'll drag down the entire Daxia.
Are you quite finished? Insult me all you want, but my father, the Duke of Dingguo, was a hero. When he was risking his life for Daxia, who knows where you were living in comfort? How dare you slander him?
Enough. Wang He, this matter of summoning rain concerns the fate of the nation. If you are lying to me, I'll have you sliced into 1,000 pieces. Executed by 1,000 cuts.
What? They're gonna slice me into 1,000 pieces? The Empress is so beautiful, yet her heart is so cruel. Your Majesty, times have changed. I admit I was unreliable before, but just now while I was asleep, I received guidance from an immortal. When I woke up, I realized I've been completely transformed. The me now possesses abilities you can't even imagine.
That's hilarious. What immortal would be so foolish as to seek out someone like you?
Your Majesty, if you don't believe me, this white light is the proof. This white light is no mere phenomenon. It was left behind when the immortal descended. If your majesty doubts it, I can make this white light vanish.
Release him for now.
So, by that logic, this white light is an auspicious sign? Wang He, that mouth of yours really can twist the truth.
Not only can you twist the truth, you also talk big. Such a terrifying celestial phenomenon. And you dare claim you can make it disappear. You're so full of hot air.
All right, then. Shu, if I make this white light vanish, you'll kneel and apologize to me. Do you dare?
Why wouldn't I dare? I'd like to see how you make this white light vanish.
This isn't some celestial phenomenon. It's clearly just my flashlight that I forgot to turn off earlier. Grandpa always said, when you encounter something strange, remember the incantation? What was the incantation again? Right. Open sesame. Oh my gosh. So that means I really can travel back and forth to the world inside the freezer.
The white light really vanished.
How is that possible?
I just cast a simple spell. What's so difficult about that?
Could it really be, as Wang He said, something left behind by a descending immortal?
What trick did you pull behind my back?
Hey, enough with the excuses. A bet's a bet. Shouldn't you be kowtowing and begging for my forgiveness right now?
Not a chance.
Can't handle losing?
I am the martial arts champion personally appointed by Her Majesty. Among everyone present here, the only one I kneel to is Her Majesty. What kind of nobody are you? Are you trying to rebel?
Enough, Wang He. Shui is just being a sore loser. Making him kneel to you is going a bit too far.
Your Majesty, I wasn't deliberately trying to humiliate him. You saw it yourself. He was the one who started it, being so aggressive. Even if he doesn't kneel, he should at least apologize to me.
These cheap parlor tricks of yours are nothing to be proud of. Unless, at tomorrow's rain summoning ceremony, you can actually command the wind and rain, then you'll have my respect.
Fine. Just for that, tomorrow's rain is guaranteed.
Wang, huh? You've got some nerve. Greetings, Your Majesty.
You're here too, Prince Ryung.
Your Majesty, I've heard someone sabotage the rain ritual. Such a person cannot be allowed to live. I implore Your Majesty to send someone to apprehend him at once and execute him on the spot.
Your Highness speaks wisely. For the sake of all the people, we absolutely cannot spare that scourge. Wang He?
Since Wang He has spoken up, perhaps he has a way to make amends. Even the slightest chance is one I cannot pass up.
How can he be trusted? Rather than pinning our hopes on this loser, we'd be better off finding someone else to save the day.
Do not worry, Your Majesty. I have dispatched additional personnel to search throughout the Daxia realm for individuals of extraordinary talent. We will surely find someone capable to resolve Your Majesty's concerns.
As long as the person Shu Yi finds succeeds in summoning rain, we can force Chu Mu Yun to step down. Then, in the position of Imperial Preceptor, we can plant our own man. Mr. Chu is truly worthy of being the son of the mighty general. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Not only does he possess a general's bearing, having recently won the top military honors, he is also co-considerate of the court. With you here, it is truly a great fortune for the court. Unlike certain others who also come from military families, but are good-for-nothing wastrels.
Well, when it counts, you're the reliable one. Not like a certain loser who committed a grave error, shows no remorse, and even dares to spout nonsense.
Why is Ning Qianqian so attentive to Shu Yi? Even the way she looks at him is full of affection. Oh no. No wonder she's dead set on killing me. Looks like she's involved with him.
Excellent.
Your Majesty, there's no need for such trouble. Let the Imperial Preceptor go first tomorrow. If she fails, just leave it to me. I'll handle the fallout.
You'll handle the fallout? Who do you think you are? If it weren't for you, would things have come to this?
Exactly. Wang He, if you weren't so blinded by lust, would we be in this mess? Forget about expecting your help. If you can just not cause more trouble, we'd be thanking our lucky stars.
Fine. Since you're also certain I can't do it, why not make a bet with me?
What do you want to bet?
If I succeed in bringing the rain, The princess, the prince Ruyang, and the imperial preceptor must apologize to me in person. Admit you looked down on me. As for you, slap yourself 88 times in public.
Why 88?
Because 88 means prosperity.
You?
It's a bet. But if you lose, what then?
What do you want?
Then I'll not only call off the engagement, I'll also kill you. Cut you into 1,000 pieces. Grind your bones to dust.
No problem.
Wang He, the Duke of Dingguo has served with great merit. Out of respect for you being his son, I advise you. Don't jump into the fire yourself. Or don't blame me for being merciless.
Don't worry, Your Majesty, I won't lose.
Wang He, I can't believe you actually showed up. I thought you'd chicken out, hiding at home like a coward.
I had no choice but to come. I'm here to make you all properly apologize to me.
Ha ha ha. Trying to show off? Not a chance. This gentleman is Abbot Zhu of Shangyun Temple. 2 years ago, during the Great Drought in the north, it was Abbot Zhu who prayed for and brought the rain. That's how the drought was relieved.
I heard the Imperial Preceptor's power is waning. How could I stand by and watch the capital suffer from drought? I must do my part. As for that, nobody of no importance, don't be an eyesore here.
If Qiu Muyun hadn't been so shameless and done that disgraceful thing with Wang He, Abbot Shu wouldn't have needed to step in. But since Abbot Shu is here today, Wang He, today is your day to die.
Your Highness, you are my fiancé, after all. Wishing for my death so eagerly? Could it be you're trying to make room for this Shu fellow?
You and Qiu Muyun scumbags deserve to be drowned in a pig cage. While Her Highness is beautiful, wise, a phoenix among people, and you still dare to dream of being with her? You filthy scoundrel, you're just a toad lusting after a swan's flesh.
But as I recall, this engagement was something Prince Ruyang personally went to Dingguo's manor to beg for.
Back then, your father was still alive. The Duke of Dingguo's manor still had power and influence. But now, your Wang family is just an empty shell. Leaving behind a useless waste like you, what can you possibly achieve?
Your snobbish faces, it's disgusting. Let me tell you, as long as I'm here, Duke of Dingguo's manor will not become an empty shell. It will advance triumphantly, unstoppable.
Ha 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 ha. Not only are you doomed today, you don't have the fate to revive any Duke of Dingguo's manor. Even if we spared your life, gave you 10 years, 100 years, you'd never amount to anything.
The man I will marry must be a hero of our time. Someone like Yi, who has already become the top martial scholar despite his youth, will surely achieve great things. While you are utterly worthless, I wouldn't even let you polish my shoes.
Him? A great hero of our time? More like a loser. Your Highness, don't flatter yourself. While you do have some looks, your personality is truly detestable. To be my wife? You don't deserve it. If you were to be my concubine, I'd still have to think about it.
What did you say? I am born of nobility. How could I possibly be unworthy of you?
In my opinion, the Imperial Preceptor is much better than you.
Qiu Muyun, while at my Ruyang manor, could engage in such indecent acts with you. It's clearly the behavior of a brothel. Someone like her, how could she compare to me?
Watch your mouth.
What's all this commotion about?
We pay our respects to your majesty.
Rise, all of you. It seems everyone is present. What were you all discussing just now?
Your Majesty, just now Wang. He had the audacity to claim that a princess of such noble birth is unworthy of him. He said she could only be his concubine. Your Majesty, this is the first time I've encountered someone so shameless.
Utterly disgraceful.
Why are you blaming me? Wasn't I trying to give you a proper status? I'm not the kind of man who sleeps around and doesn't take responsibility.
Shut your filthy mouth.
Enough, Wang He. I have no interest in your romantic entanglements. I only care if the rain ritual will be successful.
You can rest assured, I will bring the rain.
Such audacity. Your Majesty, I knew Wang He was unreliable, so I specifically invited Abbot Shu from Shangyun Temple. Even if the Imperial Preceptor fails to summon rain, with Abbot Shu here, we are certain to succeed.
I pay respects to your majesty.
Minister Su, Your arrangements are most prudent. This drought has lasted for months, plunging our Daxia dynasty into misery. Regardless of who can summon the life-giving rain, I will bestow a heavy reward.
Your Majesty, serving the state is my duty. I seek no reward. For today's rain ritual, I will spare no effort.
Imperial Preceptor. Chipauter, you may try first.
It's been most of the day, and the sun is still blazing. Imperial Preceptor, are you even capable? Step down if you can't do it.
There's not a hint of moisture in the air. Not even a single cloud can form. How is it supposed to rain?
Hugh Muyun, stop wasting everyone's time. We're already desperate. Let Abbot Shu take over.
Yeah, step down if you're useless. What kind of Imperial Preceptor is this? Can't even summon a single drop of rain.
I couldn't even gather a trace of moisture. But I still have most of my power left. Your Majesty, I have failed your grace. I am ashamed before the realm.
Qumuyun, do you know why you still have power, yet the rain ritual yields no result? Because summoning rain is a sacred act. It requires communion with heaven and earth. With your impure body, you seek rain, which is utterly useless. You cannot gather moisture because I was secretly interfering, of course. How else would I replace you as Imperial Preceptor?
Imperial Preceptor has already lost her virginity? As the Imperial Preceptor, how could she be so shameless?
Disgusting. Putting on an act of being a picture of purity. Who would have thought she's a loose woman in secret?
Her own lack of shame is one thing, but it's a pity for the common people of the realm to suffer this drought because of her. Yeah, this... As the Imperial Preceptor, she's a loose woman in secret.
How could she be so shameless? The Imperial Preceptor has already lost her virginity.
Your Majesty, now that Qumuyun has failed to summon rain and lost her chaste virtue, I implore Your Majesty to dismiss Qumuyun from her post as Imperial Preceptor.
Enough. A bunch of grown men bullying a weak woman. How pathetic can you be? Come at me if you have the guts.
Wang He, how dare you interfere now? If it weren't for you, how would Qumuyun have lost her virginity? And how would the rain ritual have failed?
I told you, didn't I? If the Imperial Preceptor can't do it, I'll cover for her. I'll just summon the rain myself. It's just a bit of rain. I'll just pour in yesterday's leftover footwash water and it'll be enough to flood this entire Imperial city.
Wang He, what a boast. Praying for rain is a monumental task. Yet from your mouth, it sounds like a simple request.
Abbot Shu, pay him no mind. He's just a braggart, a loser.
Whether it's an empty boast or not, we'll find out soon enough.
Enough, stop arguing. Imperial Preceptor, rise. Let Abbot Shu try first.
Your Majesty, rest assured, with me here, today the rain will surely fall. By my command.
Look! Dark clouds are covering the sky.
Abbot Shu truly has profound skills. He didn't disappoint. Good.
You're dead.
I'm afraid they intend to use this abbot to replace Qumuyun's position. We must not let them succeed. Open sesame! Let's see how you pray for rain now. Just wait and see.
Rain. Rain, rain, rain.
It looked like it was about to rain just now. So why have the clouds scattered now?
Abbot Shu. It seems you don't have any real skill. You were so confident earlier, claiming you could summon rain. But why don't I feel a single drop of water now?
Q Muyun. It must be because your impure body has angered the heavens. That's why the rain ritual failed.
So, that's it. I knew it. With Abbot Shu's power, how could it possibly fail? So the root cause is all because of you. Qiu Muyun. Your own lack of virtue is one thing, but now you're dragging down all the common people. You're truly despicable. Someone like you should atone with your death to beg for heaven's forgiveness.
Could it be? I really anger the heavens?
If not for you, how could the drought be unsolvable? How could heaven be enraged? Q Muyun, you've caused immense harm.
My innocence was destroyed, and now I'm despised by heaven, dragging down countless commoners. How can I have the face to keep living? The only way is to atone with death.
Excellent. Once Q Muyun dies, the position of Imperial Preceptor will be taken by my people.
Stop! Qiu Muyun, you belong to me now. Without my permission, who said you could kill yourself?
If not for you, how could things have deteriorated to this point? If we can't summon rain, the drought will worsen. The people will have no harvest. Bodies will litter the land. How can I have the face to keep living?
All right. Stop blaming yourself. You still have me, don't you? Last night's incident was clearly someone plotting against us. Are you really going to force her to death?
Hey, who's forcing her? She can't handle it herself, so it's our fault?
Qiu Muyun is my woman. Today, I stand here. No one can lay a finger on her. No one lays a finger on her.
Shut up, Wang He. You're all talk. If you can really summon rain and save the people, I will be your woman, you know?
All talk? Just wait and see my performance. My woman. You will be.
Good. I'll watch your performance. When you fail, it won't be too late for me to atone with my own life.
Why won't you believe me?
Haha. Who do you think you are? I thought your father, the Duke of Dingguo, had come back to life. Even if he were alive, it wouldn't help. If this rain can't be summoned, no one can change that.
I said, with me here, the suffering of this drought will end today.
Wang He, whether you succeed in summoning rain concerns the nation's dignity. There can be no failure. If you fail to bring rain, I will charge you with deceiving your sovereign. Your life will atone to the world.
Fine. If I fail to bring rain, you can take my life.
Then I grant you this opportunity. Go to the rain summoning platform.
He even prepared an umbrella? What an actor.
Open sesame. What would I use to bring the rain? Mineral water. Pour this in. For them, it's probably like a massive flood. This is pretty good, though. But just rain alone seems a bit lacking. Let's make it more interesting. La 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 la.
Wang He, are you even capable? What's the point of just standing there? Don't waste everyone's time.
He's clearly stalling. Someone like him, even the heavens would find him an eyesore. Why would they help him?
What's the rush? Summoning rain is as easy as snapping my fingers for me. Not only can I bring the rain, I can even make the Dragon King appear. I'll show you something amazing.
Unbelievable. The Dragon King is a noble being. How could a shameless person like you expect to see him on a whim?
Your Majesty, Wang He is getting more and more absurd. If we let him keep bragging like this, he might mess it up.
Wang He, you really are full of nonsense.
Wang He, my patience is wearing thin. If you dare mock me, you know the consequences.
Fine. Since you're all so impatient, then open your eyes wide and watch closely.
You really won't believe it.
Until you see it, huh?
Who are you putting on a show for?
Heaven moves all things. Thunder roars with purpose. By this decree, the Dragon King shall appear.
This can't be. Impossible.
Look over there.
A dragon. Dragon.
It's raining.
It's raining. Finally, it's raining. Wow, it's raining.
It's raining. Finally, it's raining. It's raining.
Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. There's not a trace of magical energy on him. How could he possibly bring rain? And it's the Dragon King himself who came to bring the rain.
The Dragon King has appeared. Heaven's blessing descends. Our Daxia dynasty has waited for this reign for far too long. I, the Emperor, can finally give an answer to the people.
So you really weren't boasting.
It's just a bit of rain. I can make it rain with just a flick of my finger. And I can make it rain whenever I want, and stop whenever I want. I can make it stop whenever I want. Rain, stop. Imperial Preceptor. Now that I've successfully brought the rain, don't forget what you just said. Oh.
What did I say? I didn't say anything.
It stopped. How can this be? How can this be? Wang He, what dark magic did you use?
Just because you couldn't do it doesn't mean my success is dark magic. I told you before, my abilities are beyond your imagination. Now that I've successfully brought the rain, I should be the winner, right?
Wang He, it was no easy task to invite the Dragon King to bestow this sweet rain. Why did you stop it so quickly? Why stop the rain? Why not let it continue a while longer? To allow all things to revive.
Your Majesty, you are not aware. To resolve a drought, it must be done gradually. If the rain comes down too hard all at once, it can easily cause landslides and mud flows. That would harm the people's livelihood.
Your consideration is indeed reasonable, but I worry the next rain will be a long time coming. That also harms the people's livelihood.
Don't worry. From now on, every few days, I'll make it rain for you. Plenty to go around.
Truly. If you can truly accomplish this, I will richly reward you.
So now, it should count as my win, right? These people here should fulfill their promise. And apologize to me, right?
Not a chance.
What? Trying to weasel out of it?
I don't believe you were the one who brought this rain.
Seeing is believing. So many people witnessed it with their own eyes. How could it be fake?
It was clearly Master Shu who went up to pray for rain. I think it was Chu Muyun who angered the heavens, causing a slight delay. The rain couldn't fall immediately. It was held up. That's how you, kid, got lucky and took the credit.
Exactly, now that makes sense. I knew it. How could a little cutie like Wang He possess such heaven-defying abilities?
So it seems the credit for this rain belongs to Master Shu. It has nothing to do with you.
Your Majesty, I did indeed pray for rain just now, and I did summon the Dragon King. But because of Chu Muyun, the effect was delayed. This Wang, he knows nothing of the Taoist arts. How could he possibly have the skill to pray for rain? He clearly wants to take credit for my work.
Imperial Preceptor, what is your view on this matter?
Your Majesty, there is no such thing as a delay in praying for rain. But the fact that Wang He could summon rain is truly baffling.
Your Majesty, surely you don't actually believe that abbot's nonsense.
Abbot Wang He has rendered great service by bringing the rain. His merit is immense. How dare you be so insolent and disrespectful?
Wang He, a man should know his own limits. What kind of person are you? We all know very well. This matter is far beyond your capabilities. You have no right to claim credit.
Oh, come on. Are you all blind? That abbot was jumping around on the stage for so long. Did the Dragon King pay him any mind? He clearly saw that I succeeded and shamelessly twisted the truth.
Wang He, this is clearly not your achievement, yet you cling to it. I really look down on you. Aren't you even ashamed?
Someone with skin thicker than a city wall could never feel shame.
Fine. Since you're all like this, don't blame me for proving you wrong. Your Majesty, didn't you just say the rain wasn't enough? Wait, I'll make it rain more. I'll show you clearly who is truly responsible for this rain. Don't believe me? All right. Hey, I might as well show you what real rain looks like. I'll use this kettle to show you all what a downpour is.
Why is the rain getting heavier? Heavens above.
In all my years, I've never seen rain this heavy. But we just had a drought. The land probably can't absorb it. I hope we don't get a flood. Abbot Shu, make this rain stop.
I've lost control of the rain. What is happening?
How did this happen?
Wang He, it's you! Make this rain stop!
Your Majesty, do you still believe this rain has nothing to do with me?
I am now certain it fell because of you. Wang He, I underestimated you before. I never imagined you were so capable. Now that you've proven yourself, can you stop the rain?
But if I recall correctly, we did make a bet. Prince Ruyang, the princess, and Minister Shu should all honor their promises.
Wang He, you caused trouble first. Making amends for your mistake is only what you should do. Why should we apologize to you?
Besides, the bet was just a joke. It shouldn't be taken seriously. And now you're pushing it.
Then this rain won't stop today.
You!
Your Majesty, if this rain keeps falling, if it continues, the consequences will be unthinkable.
Wang He, stop being stubborn. I command you to stop the rain. Right now.
Your Majesty, a person lives their life to stand up for themselves. Besides, I'm only asking them to keep their word. Is that too much to ask?
What are you two waiting for?
Your Majesty, Wang He was just lucky this once. Why must you insist?
Prince Ruyang, with state affairs at stake, there's no room for your personal whims to refuse. If you don't apologize now, your title of prince will be stripped.
Hey, Kenkian Chan, come on, let's go.
Your Highness.
Hey. Wang He, I was wrong to doubt you. I shouldn't have looked down on you. Is that enough?
What about the princess? Why aren't you speaking? Cat got your tongue?
Talk, say something.
Sorry. Are you satisfied now?
Huh? Is that enough?
Your apologies, while completely insincere, are better than nothing. Finally. Now it's Minister Shu's turn. Finally. It's Lord Shu's turn now.
What are you doing?
These 88 slaps, will you do it yourself, or shall I do it for you?
Your Majesty,
If this rain keeps up, something terrible will happen. Guards, slap Lord Shu's face.
Your Majesty, I am an official of the court. This is outrageous.
Slap him.
Calm down, Your Majesty. I'll do it myself.
Last but not least, and him.
Huh?
For the crime of deceiving the Emperor, drag him away, execute him.
Your Majesty, spare me. Your Majesty, have mercy. Your Majesty, have mercy. Your Majesty, have mercy.
Now are you satisfied?
Don't worry, Your Majesty. The rain will stop now. Open sesame.
A miracle, a true miracle.
Wang He actually has such great power.
Wang He, to reward you, I hereby bestow upon you the title of Dingo Marquis. If you wish to inherit your father's position as the Dingo Duke, you must continue to perform well.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
That little darling Wang, he can actually command the wind and rain. Even if I can't kill him today, I must at least pull Chu Mo-yun down from her position as Imperial Preceptor. Otherwise, all this effort would be for nothing. Your Majesty, although the drought has been temporarily resolved, I, your subject, have another concern. I must say.
What concern?
Legend has it that 1,000 years ago, an ancient cultivator sealed a demonic beast beneath the demon-suppressing tower. It has been guarded by successive Imperial Preceptors, but now Chiu Mu-yun's power is damaged. Her magic is not what it used to be. I fear that if the Imperial Preceptor is not replaced, that 1,000-year-old demonic beast will break the seal and wreak havoc upon the world. I'm afraid if the position of Imperial Preceptor isn't changed, that 1,000-year-old demon beast will break out of the sealed boundary and wreak havoc on the world.
Ha ha ha, ridiculous. There's no such thing as demon beasts in this world. Riyang Wang, have you been reading too many fantasy novels? We need to believe in science. Stop messing around with all that supernatural nonsense. It just makes you look a bit unhinged. Understand?
You're the one who doesn't understand. These stories have been passed down through generations among the people. They're not just baseless rumors. If a demon beast truly appears in the world, it will surely plunge the land into chaos. The consequences. Can Chu Mu-yun bear that responsibility?
Your Majesty, I know my current abilities are insufficient, and I am unfit for such a heavy responsibility. Therefore, I voluntarily step down, so someone more capable may take the position.
At least you have some self-awareness.
That's not necessary, I said. Since you're my woman, if you encounter trouble in the future, I'll handle it for you.
Wang He, don't think you're so great just because you prayed for rain once. If that 1,000-year-old demon beast truly emerges, it would crush you like an ant.
Stop with the fear-mongering. It's all just empty talk. Look how scared you are, practically pissing yourself. Have some backbone, will you? Could it be an earthquake?
Report. Your Majesty, it's terrible. According to multiple reports, a massive demon beast is approaching from the south. This beast possesses immense magical power. Wherever it goes, not a blade of grass is left alive.
What did you say?
The south? Isn't that exactly the direction of the demon-suppressing tower? Your Majesty, I fear my words have already come true. The Imperial Preceptor's power is waning. The demon-suppressing tower is unstable. That demon beast has likely already escaped.
Heavens. If this beast truly has 1,000 years of cultivation, won't it slaughter everything in its path?
Your Majesty, we must quickly devise a strategy to stop the beast from harming people.
Whoa, for real? This isn't some fantasy cultivation world. How can there be demon beasts?
Order. I assume you've all heard about the monster. I wonder if any of you have countermeasures.
Your Majesty, dealing with the monster should be led by military officers. We civil officials are powerless to help.
Your Majesty, the Grand Tutor is right. Not long ago, didn't we just select a new martial arts champion? Minister Shu, your martial skills are extraordinary, and your father is our dynasty's mighty general. If you two join forces, you're sure to return victorious.
Su Yi, what do you think?
I...
Report. Your Majesty, the monster is enormous, taller than the mountains. It reaches the clouds. Wherever it goes, buildings collapse, leaving ruins. If we don't stop it soon, I fear the entire capital will be destroyed.
Did you use weapons against it?
Archers have already shot many arrows at it, but the monster is like an iron wall, completely unharmed.
This...
Investigate further.
Yes.
Such a terrifying monster exists? If we go, wouldn't that be suicide?
Minister Shu, I shall assign you a troop. Lead them to ambush the monster.
No, Your Majesty. I just got slapped too many times. My head is splitting with pain. I am truly incapable.
You're a martial champion, for goodness sake. A few slaps and you're done? In my opinion, you're just scared of the monster.
You're talking nonsense. If it weren't for you, how would I have ended up like this?
Mighty General, your son is useless, but you can go, right?
Your Majesty, this old minister has recently developed a heart condition. I am unwell. I cannot go with her.
You two really are father and son, both dropping the ball at the same time.
With so many military officers in court, is anyone willing to lead troops into battle? General Liu, what about you?
Your Majesty, this old minister is advanced in years. I really can't handle the strain. Please send someone else.
Anyone else? The court spends a fortune on military affairs every year for one crucial purpose, so that when the time comes, someone will step forward to protect the people. Now is that critical moment. We need men, yet you all cower in fear. What kind of example is that?
Your Majesty, it's not that we are deliberately shirking our duty. Our hearts are willing, but our strength is insufficient.
When it was time to collect the court's salaries, you didn't refuse them, did you? Since you are all so useless, perhaps you should all lay down your arms and retire. Stop being officials.
Your Majesty, you're asking the impossible. You heard it yourself. This demonic beast is ferocious beyond measure. No amount of sharp weapons can pierce its hide. We are mere mortals. How could we possibly have the power to subdue demons?
So you can just stand by and watch the people die? At least you have weapons and armor. But they are defenseless. Among them are so many elderly, weak women and children. What do they have to defend themselves with?
Your Majesty, this is a natural disaster. Some casualties are to be expected. Perhaps the beast will leave on its own in a few days.
Silence. I am their sovereign. If I were like all of you, cowardly and self-serving, disregarding the lives of the people, how could I have the faith to rule this land? I will lead the expedition myself. I will face that demonic beast personally.
Your Majesty, please reconsider.
No more objections. My decision is final. I will not rest until that beast is destroyed.
Damn. The Empress truly cares for her people. A wise ruler indeed.
Your Majesty, I wish to accompany you. I am at your command. Though my power is halved, I still have strength to give. Even if I must go through fire and water, I will not fear.
Well said, Muyun. You are worthy of being the Imperial Preceptor I appointed. I was not wrong about you. As for the rest of you generals, I don't care if you're scared or sick. As long as you have breath in your bodies, you will accompany me.
Oh, Your Majesty, we are truly unable to comply. Please do not force us.
What a bunch of cuties. Pathetic.
Wang He, what right do you have to mock us? If you're so capable, you go yourself.
Yeah, do you dare?
Why wouldn't I dare? Your Majesty, I will go as well.
Your Majesty, his success in praying for rain was nothing but luck. Everyone in the capital knows that although Wang He is the son of the old Dingguo Duke, he has no martial skills. He can't even lift a feather. If we bring him along to deal with the demon beast, he'll just be dead weight.
Exactly. If he gets captured by the beast, we'll have to go through the trouble of saving him again.
With you two cowards like this, you'd save me? It's just a demon beast. What's there to be afraid of?
So many of our military officers are at a loss. How dare a little cutie like you talk so disrespectfully?
I'm not like you chicken-hearted people. I'm different. With just a little trick up my sleeve, I can make that demon beast obedient and tame.
Wang He, you're talking big. Watch your tongue.
Hey, you.
Standing in the court, flapping your gums is easy. But when you face the demon beast, you'll probably wet your pants.
Fine, don't believe me. You'll see when the time comes.
Wang He, you may have brought rain, but dealing with a 1,000-year-old demon is not that easy. Don't do anything reckless.
With me here, whether it's a 1,000-year-old demon or a 10,000-year-old demon, it won't cause any trouble.
Wang He, this is a matter of life and death. It's no joke. I'm sending you to gather everyone's strength to fight that monster together. Take this seriously.
Your Majesty, I'm not joking. This kind of demon-slaying business is very simple for me.
Wang He?
Ah, forget it. When we see the demon beast, the truth will be clear. Imperial Preceptor, does your Daxia often have demon beasts appearing?
What do you mean you're Daxia? Aren't you also from Daxia?
Slip of the tongue. It's my first time hearing about demon beasts, so I'm curious.
To be honest, I've never seen one before either. A demon beast appearing, that is. Although some ancient texts have related records, people have only heard rumors. No one has actually encountered one.
So it seems it just popped up out of nowhere. How bizarre. But then again, if I can travel to a world of ice cabinets, other strange things happening makes sense too.
The demon beast has appeared over there.
Protect His Majesty.
Holy crap, why is it that?
In all my life, I've never seen such a colossal creature. It looks to be towering thousands of feet high. Every step shakes the heavens and earth. We mortals, before it, are utterly insignificant.
Indeed. But Your Majesty, it isn't as terrifying as we think. It won't harm us. Everyone just relax.
This demonic beast is so massive, piercing the clouds. In its eyes, we are no different from ants. Wherever it passes, it leaves utter devastation. And you dare say it's not terrifying? That it won't hurt people? Have you lost your mind?
If I'm saying this, I naturally have a plan to deal with it.
Blowing smoke again. Wang He, can't you stop bragging?
Why waste words on him? In my opinion, tying a dog there would be more useful.
Hey, wait a minute. Who was it in court earlier making every excuse, desperate to be a coward?
Before, I didn't have a good plan. That's why I hesitated. But now I've thought of a good method.
General Shu, what is your good idea? Let's hear it.
Your Majesty, I've heard these demonic things have always feared Taoist magic. So this old minister just sent someone to the Qingyun sect to invite the sect master, Taoist Zhang, down the mountain.
This humble Taoist greets Your Majesty.
Taoist Zhang, are you truly confident you can withstand that creature?
Of course, my Qingyun sect excels at subduing demons. Though the creature looks fearsome with this humble Taoist here, it is nothing to fear.
Excellent.
I have taken elixirs for years. My blood is different from ordinary people's. Combined with this special talisman, it will surely stop the evil from wreaking havoc.
If this thing works, that'd be a miracle.
Taoist Zhang, please begin.
Yes.
Just this once, if Taoist Zhang succeeds in defeating the beast, we'll have sufficient reason to have the Empress remove Chu Muyun and replace him as Imperial Preceptor.
Fiend, where do you think you're fleeing? Ouch.
Taoist Zhang, you all right?
Didn't you say you had it under control? Could it be that with your abilities, you still can't withstand that creature?
I never imagined this evil spirit would be so formidable, but just now, I almost succeeded. If this talisman had touched it, it would have suffered a heavy blow.
Someone, bring me my cloud-piercing arrow. Attach the talisman to the arrowhead.
Yes. Fiend, surrender now. How can this be? My talisman couldn't even subdue it.
What do you think? Your skills are too shallow. Naturally, it had no effect.
Wang He, what are you laughing at? You've been provoking us this whole time. Don't tell me you don't want Master Zhang to subdue the monster? Have you no conscience?
Hey, you've been bragging for ages, putting on a big show, and it was all for nothing. I'm laughing because you're way out of your league.
Even Master Shang failed. That shows how powerful this monster is. If you can't help, fine. But don't stand there making snide remarks. How despicable.
Just because he can't do it doesn't mean I can't. This monster, only I can handle it.
Who are you? Which school or sect do you belong to?
Him? He has no school or sect. All he does is boast. He even claims he received enlightenment from a deity. That a god showed him the way.
Nonsense. In this world, only those with a chance to receive divine guidance are enlightened cultivators on the path to immortality. I've studied the Tao for many years, and I've never glimpsed the divine visage. How dare he blaspheme? Your Majesty, in my studies of the Tao, I've heard that if mortals commit wrongs and anger the heavens, it brings calamity and disaster. In my humble opinion, the root of this trouble might just be this man.
Master Zhang is absolutely right. It's this man who disrupted the Imperial Preceptor's power, leaving him unable to suppress the monster. That's why the monster escaped. He's the one to blame.
Enough. Now is not the time to assign blame. Dealing with the monster is what matters. Since even Master Zhang is at a loss, we can only have the army fight it to the death. Men, form ranks and set the formation. Join forces to slay the monster.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god. That spear is incredibly sharp. It can even pierce through stone. But against that demon beast, it didn't even leave a scratch. This is too terrifying. Too terrifying.
From the looks of it, no one is a match for it.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty, we must retreat at once. If we stay here, we're just waiting to die.
Step aside. Even if I risk my life today, I cannot let it wreak havoc and let the people live in misery. I will take action myself.
Your Majesty, you are the ruler of the nation. If something happens to you, the kingdom would be leaderless.
Heaven above. If I can slay the demon beast today, it will be the nation's great fortune. But if I fall in battle, it means heaven wills the end of Ardaxia. Beyond mortal power to change, we can only accept it.
Your Majesty, I am willing to face the demon beast. Even if we perish together, I will not hesitate.
Muyun, you surpass some men 1,000, 10,000-fold.
Your Majesty, even you are willing to sacrifice yourself for the country. As your subject, I am even more duty-bound. As a subject, sharing your burden is my duty. Moreover, I am also the Grand Tutor of Daxia. Even if my soul scatters, I must shield the people of Daxia from this calamity.
Muyun.
Your Majesty, I go now.
In all the world, there is no demon beast that I, Wang He, cannot subdue. I haven't even made a move yet. Why do you need to throw your life away? Grand Tutor, a mere demon beast can be dispersed with a flick of my finger. With me here, I will absolutely not let anything happen to you.
Wang He, what is wrong with you? You're still spouting nonsense.
A great enemy is before us. Even someone as powerful as Master Zhang is helpless. The Grand Tutor's desperate fight might bring a slim chance of turning the tide. Why aren't you... Hey, step back.
Wang He, disaster is upon us. If I don't go now, there really will be no hope. Don't stop me.
Who says there's no hope? I, Wang He, am your hope.
Wang He, what do you mean by that? Do you mean you have a plan?
Your Majesty, I told you before, I can handle this demon beast.
You, a famously useless person, and you want to subdue a demon? Who would believe you?
This kind of demon beast is impervious to blades. To subdue it, only a deity could do it.
A deity descending to Earth. Well said. I, Wang He, am the god of this world. Everything is within my grasp.
You've lost your mind.
Oh, Dad, leave him be. Let him go. We'll have some peace and quiet if he dies.
Wang He, you're not just putting on a brave face to make me feel better, are you? I am the Imperial Preceptor. It's my duty to die for my country. I don't need you risking your life for me.
This silly girl must have misunderstood. She thinks I'm going to die in her place. Muyun, I never thought my well-intentioned plan would be seen through by you.
I appreciate your kindness, but...
No buts. Muyun, no matter what you say, I won't let you put yourself in danger. Leave dealing with the demon beast to me. Even if it's just for you, I'll fight with everything I've got.
You'd go this far for me?
That's right. For you, I'm willing to do anything. Then, if I come back alive, will you marry me?
Hey, are you two quite finished? Wang He, if you want to die, then get going. Stop dawdling.
Wait for me to return.
That was so touching. This servant has never witnessed such a love that moves heaven and shakes the earth.
Indeed. I originally thought Wang He was a heartless playboy, someone you could never rely on, but now it seems he's actually a man of loyalty and feeling.
Wang He, be careful.
I haven't seen you for a bit, and you've run off to the freezer? Mimi! Hey, where are you looking? Hey, Mimi!
Hey, what is Wang He doing? Am I seeing this right? He's actually waving at that monster.
Is he crazy? Does he think dying isn't fast enough? He's taunting the monster.
Once that monster gets provoked, I'm afraid Wang He will be trampled into paste. He's got a death wish.
Wang He, what are you doing? Do you really have a death wish?
No, I can't let him keep messing around like this. If I don't save him now, he'll die.
Look, the monster seems to have been provoked by something.
If I'm not mistaken, it's heading straight for Wang He. Wang He's done for now. A normal person would be running for their life. But him, He's afraid the monster won't notice him. What an idiot.
Right? People with no brains die the fastest.
Enough, all of you be silent.
Oh my god, Wang, he's been grabbed by that monster.
And it's bringing Wang He towards its mouth. It looks like Wang He is about to become its next meal.
If it swallows him, there won't even be bone fragments left.
Wang He.
Wang He, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, what's going on?
Oh my god, this is insane.
How dare he? How dare he touch the beast's head? This 1,000-year-old monster, if it goes berserk, it'll tear him to shreds.
But we can't help but feel that beast's expression looks rather pleased.
Yeah, that beast clearly shut its eyes. Doesn't seem angry at all. In fact, it looks quite happy. Could it be that Wang He truly has unprecedented divine power, capable of subduing such a colossal beast?
All right, put me down. You should get out of here too, otherwise in a moment the people of Daxia Kingdom will be terrified by you.
Wang He, are you okay? Are you hurt?
I'm perfectly fine, see? What's up, were you worried?
We just saw that beast actually let you pet its head. How is that possible?
Don't worry, whatever I tell it to do, it has to do it.
Who knows what trick you used to confuse that beast temporarily? But a beast like that could never obey your commands.
What's the matter? Wanting to bet with me again? Those 88 slaps from before weren't enough for you? Want to become a pighead again?
Who wants to bet with you? If you're really that capable, make it disappear, otherwise leaving it here will only bring disaster.
That's right, Wang He. If it really listens to you, make it leave quickly.
Don't rush. I'll cast a spell right now. Open sesame. Oh dear. You little thing, don't cause me any more trouble, all right? Go play outside, go.
It's gone.
Hey, that beast is really gone.
I told you, it listens to me. If I tell it to go, it wouldn't dare not leave.
Wang He, I thought successfully bringing the rain was already a great feat. I never expected you could even subdue that enormous demon beast. You truly are full of surprises.
Indeed. Wang He, even if I were still at my peak, I wouldn't be fully confident of withstanding that beast's attack. Yet you made it vanish into thin air with no effort. How did you do that?
Well...
Isn't it obvious? Your Majesty, Wang He and that demon beast are clearly in cahoots. Your Majesty, please listen.
Sui, why are you so certain?
Earlier, I faintly heard Wang He calling out to that demon beast. It sounded like Mimi. If he didn't know the beast, how could he possibly know its name? Therefore, from the start, he must have brought it here.
Indeed, Your Majesty. This old minister also seemed to hear it, and observing Wang He and that beast's every move, they seem quite familiar. If I'm not mistaken, the source of this disaster is none other than Wang He.
Hey, didn't you all say earlier that beast was sealed under some demon-suppressing tower for 1,000 years? If that's the case, how could I know it? And you're saying I brought it here? It's huge. Where could I possibly hide it?
That beast was enormous. There was nowhere to hide. It appeared suddenly. How could it be Wang He's accomplice?
Your Majesty, even if that beast wasn't Wang He's accomplice, he must have lured it here. He must have used dark arts to force the rain. The beast sensed it and thus came to the capital. Otherwise, who can explain where it came from?
We implore Your Majesty to severely punish this good-for-nothing who brought disaster upon our Daxia dynasty.
Your Majesty.
Wang He not only brought the rain, relieving our dynasty's drought, but he also subdued the beast, bringing peace back to the capital. Such achievements. If I, the Emperor, punish instead of reward and word gets out, wouldn't I become a laughingstock?
This Empress isn't so bad.
Wang He, after these recent events, I have seen your capabilities. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You are worthy of the title Duke of Dingguo. From today onward, you shall formally inherit your father's noble rank. I hope that in the future you will follow in your father's footsteps, serving the nation and its people, and live up to everyone's expectations.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the civilian houses ahead are severely damaged. Right now, the capital is full of people with nowhere to go. There's no place for them to stay at the moment. We await your instructions. How should we settle these people?
The recent beast attacks have indeed left many people homeless. But rebuilding houses cannot be done overnight. The urgent priority is to find them shelter. Then prepare some food to aid them. We mustn't let them go hungry.
Your Majesty, this old minister is willing to lead his troops to help the people repair their homes. But the funds for repairs, I'm afraid the court must allocate them.
The people have suffered this sudden disaster. I certainly cannot stand idly by. I will calculate the necessary silver and have the treasury prepare it.
Oh, and Your Majesty, to speed things up, this old minister hopes Your Majesty will also deploy the Imperial Guards to help out as well. If Your Majesty is willing, this old minister can take charge of them to better manage and assign tasks.
That old fox. He can't possibly be this kind-hearted. I think he clearly wants to seize control of the Imperial Guards and line his pockets in the process.
Your Majesty, this prince believes General Shu's proposal is very thorough. To help the people as quickly as possible and solve their housing problem, please do not delay. Issue the decree quickly.
Zhu Fengzhou has mentioned the Imperial Guards more than once now. What exactly are he and the Prince of Ruyang plotting? But if I refuse now, I fear it will give them an excuse to criticize me.
Your Majesty, why go through all this trouble?
Wang He, what are you up to now?
Repairing houses doesn't require such a big production. First, you mobilize the army. Then you tap into the national treasury. Aren't you making a fuss, General Zhu?
What do you mean by that? Right now, the people are homeless. They're wandering the streets. Naturally, the court must solve their troubles. How can we just stand by and do nothing? You're so selfish. How are you fit to be the Duke of Stability?
Your Majesty, I told you Wang He is in cahoots with the demon beasts, right? They must have already conspired to wreak havoc in the capital. That's why he doesn't want my father to lead the cleanup.
Wang He, if you can't help at a time like this, at least don't cause trouble.
Your Majesty, Wang He likely means no harm. Why not hear what he has to say?
Imperial Preceptor. Looks like I didn't spoil you for nothing.
I'm not speaking up for you. I just want to ease His Majesty's worries. What if you have a good idea?
Wang He, why do you oppose General Shu's approach?
By the time he gets the silver and then leads people to repair houses one by one, it'll be too late. If the people go that long without a stable home, without enough to eat, how pitiful would that be?
It's precisely because we don't want to delay that we're thinking of gathering more manpower to help. This is already the fastest method. Do you have a better way?
Of course I do. Your Majesty, before nightfall today, I can have the people back in their original homes.
Before nightfall? That's only a few hours away. In such a short time, how will you manage that?
You're not thinking of gathering the entire capital to help, are you? That's wishful thinking. Forget about ordinary people not having any reason to follow orders. Even if they were willing, their chaotic, disorganized efforts are no match for a well-trained army.
Who said anything about mobilizing the whole capital?
Then how many people do you plan to bring?
Myself alone is enough.
What? Without a single soldier, how can you possibly do it all by yourself?
Yeah, you don't have superhuman powers. You only have 2 hands. This is completely unrealistic.
Your Majesty, this man must be out of his mind. He's starting to talk nonsense.
As I said before, I've been blessed by an immortal. My divine power is boundless. A small matter like this is no trouble for me.
Wang He, I have no time to stand here and indulge your foolish fantasies. If you know what's good for you, shut your mouth. Don't waste our time while we discuss serious matters.
Is your way, mobilizing a huge force, the serious matter? When you could use the simplest method to effortlessly restore those houses. Yet you stubbornly insist on wasting both manpower and money. General Shu, what exactly are you scheming?
Wang, don't you dare slander me. Everything I've done is for the sake of the common people.
Wang He, are you truly capable of performing a miracle and restoring the capital to its former state?
Yes.
If you can accomplish this, you would be doing us a great service.
Your Majesty, how can you believe his empty boasts? He's just trying to delay our rescue efforts.
When have I ever failed to deliver on my promises? What right does a little sweet talker like you have to tell me what to do?
Fine. Why don't you make a military pledge right now? If you promise but fail to deliver, that's the crime of deceiving the sovereign. An unforgivable crime. Wang He, do you dare?
Father is always so thoughtful. Wang He is as good as dead now.
Why wouldn't I dare? And if I succeed, what's in it for me?
If you succeed, we will bestow the Imperial Preceptor upon you in marriage.
It's a deal.
Don't let your big mouth dig your own grave. The Shu father and son clearly want your life. Why use something you can't possibly accomplish to give them the opportunity?
Have a little faith in your man.
Even if you have divine power, it's impossible to get this done in such a short time. This is no joke.
What? Afraid you'll become a widow if I die?
I don't care if you live or die. If you die, I won't shed a single tear.
No tears? Will you follow me to the grave instead? All right. Enough joking. Don't worry. If they want my life, they're nowhere near capable enough.
Wang He, since you've signed the military pledge, you must strictly follow what it says. If you fail, no one can save you. I'm sure His Majesty will also enforce the law impartially.
Your Majesty, then I shall return to Duke Dingguo's residence first.
You're going back now? Shouldn't you go to those places where the houses were destroyed?
I can cast the spell from anywhere. Might as well find a comfortable spot and lie down.
What time do you think this is, and you're still bragging?
Fine, you go back first then.
Wang He, are you really sure about this? I still have some magic power left. I could help you.
No, don't. You only have a little bit left. If you use it all up, how will your body handle it? If you want to, I wouldn't want my dear to overexert herself either.
What, my dear? We're not married yet?
We will be after tonight.
I never agreed to marry you. You'd better watch yourself.
You're just saying one thing and meaning another.
Send a team of elites to secretly hide near Duke Dingguo's residence, in case this Wang He tries to run away if he fails. Make sure you keep a close eye on him. Tonight will be his last.
Don't worry, Father. I understand.
Open sesame! I thought it was serious. Mimi just used its little cat paws to fiddle around a bit. Most of these houses are just toppled over. I'll set them up right. Hey. Hey, and just like that, it's all repaired. The middle parts of these few are actually broken. How do we fix that? Got it. This is 502 glue. Using it to stick these miniature models together will be a piece of cake. Let's see how sturdy it is this time. Took me over an hour. Finally finished. Oh, perfect timing. It just got dark.
Young master. Young master.
What is it?
Why are you being so hard on yourself? I heard you made a public pledge in front of everyone, saying you'd repair all the collapsed houses in a single day.
You're quite well informed, aren't you?
How could I not be? General Weiwu and his men have been spreading the word everywhere. The whole city is waiting to see your progress, and here you are, holed up in your room, not allowing anyone to disturb you. I've been worried sick.
Relax. Those houses are already repaired.
But impossible.
Come on, I'll show you.
Young master.
Oh, it's you guys.
Where are you going so late?
You know it's late, and yet you bring all these people to my doorstep. What's your game?
Don't think I don't know. You and your servant are trying to run away, aren't you? It's late now. The deadline is approaching. You should come with me to see His Majesty and await your punishment.
Who says I haven't completed the task?
Ever since you returned to your mansion, we've had people stationed outside your door. In all that time, you haven't even stepped outside. Did you just sit at home and magically rebuild the houses in the distance? You're dreaming.
You frogs in a well know nothing of the vastness of the sky and sea. You people with your limited vision could never comprehend a power beyond your understanding. How powerful it truly is.
You? Stop lying. If you had that kind of power, I'd take your family name.
Forget it. You might want to call me father, but I don't want a cheap son like you. I simply can't stand you.
Wang He, what are you so smug about? Soon enough, you'll be begging for mercy and tears.
Fine. Since you're already here, come with me. I'll show you something amazing.
After you. Go to the palace immediately and request His Majesty's presence. Tonight, I will make sure Wang He dies without a whole corpse. Ha ha! Ha ha ha!
His Majesty is here.
All hail His Majesty.
Wang He, regarding the matter of the housing construction, how is the progress?
What could he possibly accomplish? Your Majesty, I invited you here to seek your judgment on today's matter, to bring it to a conclusion.
What exactly is the situation?
It's already this late. The deadline on the military pledge has long passed, yet this Wang He has not fulfilled his promise. Instead, he's been holed up in his residence, refusing to come out. By doing this, he has also delayed my father's plan to lead troops for support. Your Majesty, his intentions are treasonous.
Wang He, is it true you've been in your residence the whole time? And have done nothing?
Your Majesty, it's true I was in my residence before. However,
His actions clearly treat the safety of the people as a child's game. If such a person is not executed, it will surely stir public resentment.
enough already. This isn't Antilles. Although I haven't left my home today, the tasks I needed to do, I have already completed them. Well, the collapsed houses are right ahead. If you don't believe me, go see for yourselves.
You just won't give up until you see it with your own eyes. It's already come to this, and you're still trying to stall for time. But let me tell you, as long as the military pledge stands, no matter how much you delay, you won't escape death today.
Your Majesty, shall we go and take a look?
Very well. The outcome. We shall know only after seeing it with our own eyes. Wang He, I hope you do not disappoint me.
After you.
Such a miracle actually exists in this world. Truly unheard of.
Isn't that right? Everyone says it might be divine mercy. That's why celestial beings descended, to subdue that monstrous beast, and incidentally helped us tidy up these houses as well.
What nonsense are you talking about? Those houses were completely demolished. How could they possibly be restored in such a short time?
What are you yelling for? We're telling the truth. We thought we'd be homeless. But who would have thought a god came to our aid? Ha ha ha.
You're telling the truth? Those houses were all repaired in no time.
Nonsense. Why would a god help a little cutie like him? You're not taking Wang He's money trying to mislead everyone, are you?
Your Majesty, these two must be actors hired by Wang He. He's afraid we'll see the real situation. So he got people to say this midway, trying to slip through the cracks.
Shu Yibao Ai Ning Qian. The two of you acting all flustered and desperate like this is utterly ridiculous. The old man tells a bit of truth and you lose your cool. If you see the actual situation later, your fragile egos will be completely shattered, won't they?
Your Majesty, don't be fooled by him. This man is full of tricks. He'll say any nonsense.
Junju, saying that is a bit too hasty. Wang He could summon rain before and drive away monsters. This time, maybe he really can fix the houses.
Oh, Imperial Preceptor, you think everyone is as gullible as you are?
Silence. Stop arguing. Seeing is believing. All of you, follow me to see for yourselves up ahead.
Impossible. I don't believe it. This has to be fake. Move! Move! Get out of my way! Get lost! No way. This can't be real. This has to be fake.
How is this possible?
Ah! Ah!
Lord Shu, you don't seem too pleased. The people's homes are being rebuilt. Yet you look like you can't wait for the newly built houses to be destroyed again. It's truly baffling.
Wang He, what kind of sorcery did you use?
I told you, I am the god of this world.
Wang He, you actually did it?
Your Majesty, when have I ever failed to deliver on my promises?
Well done. What reward do you desire? I can grant you anything.
Have you forgotten? You promised me beforehand to betroth the Imperial Preceptor to me.
That matter, I haven't forgotten. Imperial Preceptor, what is your opinion?
I believe this requires further deliberation.
Oh, if the Imperial Preceptor is unwilling, then I'll just have to marry someone else.
Marry someone else? Who else do you plan to ruin?
If you won't let me ruin other girls, that's fine too. Just agree to marry me directly. Then everything will be peaceful, won't it?
His Majesty has decreed the marriage. I cannot defy the Imperial decree. It's not that I particularly want to marry you. Moreover, you ruined my reputation, and I haven't forgiven you yet.
Since the matter is settled, I shall return to the palace.
I will accompany you.
Take care. Oh, you two are still here? Do you still think you haven't embarrassed yourself enough? Or perhaps, Minister Shu, you promised before to take my surname. I never accepted you as my son. Feeling resentful? Hey, how about you now? Kneel down here, kowtow a few times, admit you were wrong, and then I'll reluctantly let you be my son.
In your dreams, Wang He, you were just lucky this time, but you won't always be this lucky. You just wait. I will never let you off. Let's go.
We'll see about that.
Sa, come here. See, I didn't lie to you.
Yesterday, Wang He not only successfully eliminated the demon beast, but also repaired the collapsed houses. I am very pleased. I heard Wang He say before that he was once enlightened by an immortal. It seems this is true. Wang He, why don't you tell us which immortal enlightened you? To express gratitude, I plan to establish a temple in the capital to properly worship this immortal.
Your Majesty, there's no need to be so polite.
Our Daxia dynasty has always respected both Buddhism and Taoism. No matter which sect the immortal belongs to, they are worthy of our reverence and worship.
What's so great about these ordinary sects that they deserve worship?
Your Majesty, these are the envoys from the Mokiang Kingdom. I originally arranged for them to rest in the side hall and meet you later, but they couldn't wait any longer and came looking for you themselves.
Your Majesty, we heard you wish to enshrine a deity in the capital. Well, it's perfect timing. Starting today, you shall worship our Mokiang Kingdom's guardian deity, the great immortal Wogua.
The great immortal Wogua? What kind of nonsense is that?
How dare you? You, a mere mortal, dare to disrespect our guardian deity?
Honored envoys, you've come all the way to Daxia. Is it to spread your faith? But this great immortal Wogua, I don't believe I've ever heard of it.
Indeed. My purpose here is for your Daxia to follow my Mokiang Kingdom's example and revere our great immortal Wogua. The great immortal Wogua has appeared in our king's dreams many times. Ever since his divine manifestation, our Mokiang Kingdom has grown ever stronger. We have few rivals. Such a powerful deity is surely worthy of your worship, is he not?
What is this Wogua nonsense? It sounds like a cult. You can believe in it yourselves, but coming to another country and demanding we worship it too? Are you out of your mind?
Who exactly are you? To repeatedly show us such disrespect, do you have a death wish? Our visit, offering you the chance to worship the great immortal Wogua, is a blessing upon your Daxia. Don't be ungrateful.
Wang He. The Mokiang Kingdom has always had a strong military and formidable power. Watch your words. If you provoke conflict between our nations, you won't be able to bear the responsibility.
Good. At least you have some sense. Our Mokiang warriors are brave and skilled. If it truly came to war, you would be no match for us. Your Majesty, execute this ungrateful wretch immediately, and I shall pardon you.
This man is the Duke of Ding of our great Daxia. His status is special. I cannot simply have him executed.
Even if we spare his life, he must admit his fault and atone. All who believe in the great Wogua immortal must join the Wogua sect. See? Quickly, shave off that eyesore of a hairstyle of yours. Keep your hair like mine, and I, in my magnanimity, will spare your life.
Pfft. Have you never heard the saying? My head may be severed, my blood may flow, but my hairstyle must never be disturbed. Your hair is so ugly, it would only ruin my handsome look.
How dare you blaspheme our sacred image? You are utterly audacious. Your Majesty, kill him at once.
Wang He, you want to die? Don't drag all of Daxia down with you. Hurry up and do as Lord Wuhang says.
The body, hair, and skin are gifts from our parents. How can one let others cut their hair so casually?
That's not quite the right way to look at it. Hair is naturally important, but compared to the lives of the common people, what does it matter? Besides, if we only need to cut Wang He's hair to appease the envoy's wrath, isn't that a good deal?
Like hell it is. Hey, if you think it's so good, why don't you cut yours?
Wang He.
You're the one who caused this trouble. What's it got to do with me?
Huh?
All who join the pumpkin cult must style their hair like mine. Now get to it.
When did you hear me agree to that? That's forced trade.
You have no choice. We few have come here by order of our king with the intention of making the entire Daxia become followers of the pumpkin deity. If you're smart and agree, we can talk.
And if I and my people refuse?
Then don't blame the kingdom of Mogiang for being impolite. Empress to offend our king means war between our nations. Daxia won't be able to withstand it. Rivers of blood will flow. I'm afraid your throne won't be secure for long. However, I see you have some beauty. Perhaps our king would fancy you. How about you marry into Mogiang? We already have a queen, but you could be a concubine. That could work. Ha 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 ha.
What the hell are you saying?
You've got some nerve. How dare you lay a hand on me?
Hitting you is going easy on you. What is your Mokiang kingdom even supposed to be? And you want our empress to be a concubine? If you keep spouting nonsense, I'll cut out your tongue.
Wang He, watch your tone. You've offended the envoy. You can't handle the consequences.
Exactly. Who isn't afraid of the Mokiang Kingdom's power? Because of you alone, we'll all suffer the consequences.
I think Wang He is right. Our Empress is the son of heaven, of the highest nobility. Her marriage is not something just anyone can comment on.
And who are you? Huh? A woman daring to speak to me like that?
I am the Grand Preceptor of the Daxia Kingdom.
I heard on the way here that the Grand Preceptor and the Duke of Dingguo are involved. That's you two, isn't it?
That's none of your business.
He's a dying man. He's not worthy of a beauty like you. Why don't I reluctantly let you come with me instead?
What did you say?
Even though you're a used-up, tainted woman, but considering you have some looks, I'll take you back as a lowly concubine. I can accept that. As for being my main wife, don't even think about it. After all, trash gets treated like trash. Marry me? You're not worthy.
If you keep spewing this filth, I'll make you regret ever coming into this world.
Wang He, have you lost your mind? For the sake of a woman, you speak to the envoy like this? Do you want our Daxia to suffer because of you?
You think you can threaten me? I am the king's own brother, and the grand elder of the Wogua sect. Offend me, and I'll see your Daxia overthrown.
First you insult my empress, then you speak disrespectfully to my woman. You don't think. I'd let a dog like you live, do you?
What Wogua, or Dongua, a foreigner from Wo, dares to stand in the court of Daxia and insult our king, looking to die? Even if it means war with Mokiang, I'll kill you.
You want to kill me? You're dreaming. Do you not know that I possess an indestructible body? Even the sharpest weapon in this world cannot harm me in the slightest.
What indestructible body? Your flesh and blood. How can you be immune to blades? I happen to have a special blade forged from unique materials. It cuts through iron like butter. Care to test it?
Fine. I'll stand right here. Let you try to hurt me. See what you can do. But we must agree on terms. If you fail to harm me, you must shave your head to look like mine. And join my order. Do you dare accept?
Why wouldn't I dare? Wretch, your life is mine.
This is the Imperial Guard's treasure blade. It cuts iron like mud. Now, it's broken into pieces.
How is this possible?
As I said, you think you can kill me? You overestimate yourselves. Now it's time to honor your promise. Your hair has been an eyesore to me. Best to cut it off early, to show my respect for the great Wogua immortal. Bring the shears! Ha 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 ha! Much more pleasing to the eye. Ha ha ha.
The people of Mokiang are all fierce and skilled warriors. You, with a broken blade, tried to kill Lord Wuhang? You brought this humiliation upon yourself.
A general of the great Daxia. Sporting the hair of a woe-man, I have failed Daxia. I have failed our ancestors. I have no face to live on in this world.
General Fei.
Wuhang, you've gone too far.
You bitch. Shut your mouth. It was your people from Daxia who overestimated themselves first. Since you can't beat me and are my defeated foe, then naturally you should follow my lead.
Who says Daxia has no one who can defeat you? Today, I will deliver justice and seek fairness for Daxia.
Imperial Preceptor, your powers have not yet recovered.
Your Majesty, my powers are mostly restored. No matter what, I will never allow the people of Mokiang to be so insolent towards you.
Watch out! Imperial Preceptor.
Even your Daxia's Imperial Preceptor is so utterly weak. Defeated by my hand. Ha ha ha! Admit it. All of you from Daxia are a bunch of weaklings. Instead of struggling in vain, why not kneel at my feet and pledge your allegiance?
Lord Wuhang, you're amazing. It was all Chiu Muyun, that reckless woman who offended you. You must not blame the rest of us.
Yes, my lord, we still hold you in high regard.
Your faces betraying your country for glory. It's disgusting.
Wang He, we are just wise men who know when to yield. Should we be like you and the Imperial Preceptor, who don't know what's good for them? Clearly beaten, yet still defiant. Do you only know how to cause trouble for Daxia?
Ah!
Since you, woman, are so ungrateful, I might as well kill you to vent my anger.
As long as I'm here, you won't lay a finger on her again. I'm here. You won't lay a finger on her again.
What? You want to plead for this woman? Ask me to spare her life? All right then. Crawl between my legs. Shave your head willingly. Keep it short, like mine. Then I'll show mercy. Grant you a whole corpse, and spare her life. Give her a chance to be my servant. Consider me magnanimous.
Ah, Lord Wuhang, you truly have a kind heart. Even though the Imperial Preceptor offended you so gravely, you're still willing to spare her. She should really count her blessings.
Hey, Wang He! What are you waiting for? Get on the ground and crawl under Lord Wuhang's legs. Only when Lord Wuhang's anger subsides will our Daxia avoid total disaster.
Ha ha ha! You hear that? Crawl now!
Wang He, I told you before not to be so arrogant. See? You've met your match today.
Crawl, don't waste any more of our time.
My patience has its limits. If you don't move, I'll make you move.
My patience is also limited. Indestructible, huh? Let's see if you can withstand this. My move. Take this.
It seems you're determined to die.
Don't worry. You'll definitely meet your maker before I do.
What do you mean?
Have you ever heard of a meteor falling from the sky?
A meteor from the heavens. Ha ha ha. Mystifying nonsense.
Forbidden curse. Meteor strike. Fall.
Ah. Ah.
His defenses are broken, just like any ordinary person now.
How is this possible? Where did this huge boulder come from? It fell right out of the sky.
Is Lord Wuhang dead?
Lord Wuhang.
Wang He, move that rock now, or I'll kill you.
Look at the situation you're in, and you're still talking tough? Your invincible body is broken. Now, if I want to kill you, it'll be as easy as turning over my hand.
I'm the ruler's brother. You can't kill me. If you kill me, Daxia will face calamity.
Right, Wang He. Put down your sword. He is of noble status. He must not die.
Wang He, if you kill him, you'll be a traitor to Daxia.
Wang He, do you hear me? You can't kill me. Release me at once. Then, with utmost respect, kowtow and beg for my forgiveness, and have your woman serve me respectfully for a few nights, until I'm satisfied. Otherwise, Daxia will be doomed.
I'll save you. Wang He. Don't.
Wuhang. If you had offended the heavens today, you might have had a slim chance. What a pity. You offended me, so you must forfeit your life.
You actually killed Lord Wuhang? He was the ruler's own brother.
I killed him. What about it?
Just wait. This matter I will definitely report to our ruler. Your Daxia is in for trouble. When our army marches on your borders, none of you will escape.
Wuhang was the one who spoke disrespectfully first. Wang He killing him is understandable. At most, I can offer you some compensation. War between our nations benefits no one.
Ha! Who wants your compensation? When the time comes, we'll crush you utterly. The entire Daxia will be the possession of my Mokiang kingdom. We'll see about that.
It's all because of you, you jinx, Wang He. You knew full well Wuhang's status was special. Yet you actually killed him with your own hands. By doing this, you've put Daxia in a terrible spot. Your Majesty, you must deal with this troublemaker.
What's wrong with all of you? Are you all doormats? They're walking all over us, insulting us like this. And you still want to suck up to them?
Wang He, what do you know? We're considering the bigger picture. What does a playboy like you know? If war breaks out with our military strength, we're no match for the Moqiang kingdom.
With me here, a puny kingdom like Moqiang is nothing to fear.
The house is on fire and you're still talking nonsense.
Just now, this Wuhang also claimed he was immortal. Look at him now, he's stone cold. So my abilities are beyond what you people can possibly imagine. Your Majesty, leave the matter of fighting Moqiang entirely in my hands. I don't even need troops to take them down. I'll vent your anger for you.
Wang He, are you really sure about this?
Your Majesty, how can you even believe what he says? He's just a...
Your Majesty, since I've given you my word, I will absolutely keep it. They want to bully Daxia, to bully you. I won't stand for it. What's wrong? Are you upset?
Do you have feelings for Her Majesty? When someone bullies Her Majesty, you seem even more protective of her than I am.
Imperial Preceptor, you're not jealous, are you?
Of course not. Don't flatter yourself.
All right. Hey, are you still hurting from the injury Wuhang gave you? Let me take you to get treated.
None of your business.
Come on, stop giving me the cold shoulder. Let's go, come on.
Your Highness, why did you stop me just now? Let me finish.
Can't you see? The Empress is extremely protective of that Wang He. She has no intention of killing him.
But if that's the case, then Wang He won't die.
That's fine, actually.
What do you mean, Your Highness?
Wang He has already caused a major disaster. The Moqiang Kingdom will surely declare war on our Daxia. Before long, public resentment will boil over. All of this is the consequence of the Empress indulging Wang He. When that time comes, her reign as emperor will be over. Then, for the sake of the nation, any action I take will be fully justified.
Your Highness is truly brilliant. When the border is unstable, it will be the perfect time for us to make our move.
Your Majesty, terrible news. 100,000 troops from Moqiang have amassed at our border. They're advancing aggressively. Shanhai Pass is in grave danger.
Your Majesty, what should we do? General Zhao at the border is getting on in years. He may not be able to hold them off.
Wuhang died within our territory. And the King of Moqiang is known to hold grudges. He will not let this go. If war breaks out, it will be a brutal fight.
I volunteer to go to the front lines and defend Shanhai Pass with my life. As long as I draw breath, I will never allow the enemy's cavalry to set foot in Daxia.
You are the Imperial Preceptor. There are many important matters in the capital requiring your attention. Matters of war should be left to the generals. By my decree, deploy all troops near the capital to the border. Reinforce General Zhao. This battle, no matter how perilous, must be won.
Yes, I will make the arrangements at once.
Also, summon Wang He to me.
Your Majesty, you called for me?
Didn't I tell you not to be so impulsive? If it weren't for that day when you killed Wuhang, how would the Moqiang Kingdom hate Daxia so much? They even sent 100,000 troops to attack us.
Your Majesty, you heard how outrageous his words were that day. You heard it yourself. If everyone else could just stand by and do nothing, I just couldn't bear it. A man of Daxia should have an unyielding spirit, standing tall and firm. How can we tolerate insults from petty vassal states? I just couldn't stand it. A petty vassal state insulting our Daxia and insulting our Empress. If you truly believe I was wrong, then throw me in prison.
Good. I admire a man of such bold spirit.
You have excellent judgment.
But now the border situation is critical. What if we fail to withstand the Moqiang Kingdom's offensive? The whole of Daxia will be plunged into deep misery.
Don't worry. If I could kill Wuhang, I can also kill the other generals of the Moqiang Kingdom. Even their king himself, I can kill him too.
They have 100,000 elite cavalry. It's not something one man's strength can contend with.
Not just 100,000, even 1 million or 10 million are no match for me.
You? Forget it. Anyway, I have already dispatched all the capital garrison troops to the border. If you have any good strategies, set off as soon as possible. Don't delay military affairs.
No need. For me, getting from the capital to the border is just a blink of an eye. Why rush?
How is that possible? Wang He, don't lie to me.
When have I ever lied to you? Fine. You'll see when the time comes.
Your Highness, I received news today. The Mogiang Kingdom's army has camped outside Shanghai Pass. Next, they will surely launch a massive attack on the border. The Empress will surely be beside herself with worry over this. While she is preoccupied, we can seize our opportunity.
Well said. I also heard that the Empress has already transferred all the garrison troops near the capital to the border. In that case,
when we make our move, she will be isolated and helpless.
Congratulations, Your Highness. It seems you will soon achieve your grand ambition.
This realm, I am determined to claim it.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty, something terrible has happened. It's a disaster.
What happened? Explain clearly.
Prince Ruyang and General Wei Wu,
Could they have some urgent matter to report to Your Majesty?
No. They've led men into the palace. They're charging in aggressively, searching for Your Majesty's whereabouts. It looks like they're clearly up to no good. What did you say?
Leave us.
Yes.
Your Majesty, could they have ulterior motives? Perhaps you should hide for now.
Trying to hide us, try and hide won't be that easy.
Prince Ruyang, General Wei Wu, you bring so many men into the palace and you're armed. Do you intend to rebel?
Your Majesty, you are mistaken. I am not here to rebel. I am here for the sake of the people, to demand justice.
What do you mean by that?
As everyone knows, the army of the Mokiang Kingdom is now right outside Shanghai Pass, eyeing our Daxia covetously. And all of this is because of that Wang He. As the ruler of this nation, not only have you failed to severely punish that monster, you have repeatedly shielded and indulged him, thus leading to today's consequences. For all of this, you cannot escape blame.
Indeed, Your Majesty. Could it be that you and Wang He have a private relationship? Otherwise, why do you keep protecting him and refuse to have him killed? If not for you tacitly allowing all this, our dynasty would not face such calamity. You as emperor are not fit to be emperor.
If you know what's good for you, you should abdicate willingly.
Young master, young master, young master, young master. Wake up, young master. The sky is falling out there.
What? What? The sky is falling? It's not falling. It looks fine.
Hey, stop sleeping, young master. The situation outside is no different from the sky falling. Someone from the palace secretly came to report. They say Prince Ruyang and General Wei Wu have surrounded the Imperial Palace. They intend to rebel. Her Majesty and the Imperial Preceptor are both inside the palace. Things look dire for them too.
My God, they dare touch my people? I'm going there right now. Come on, hurry! Wait.
Now what?
I need to prepare a special gift for Prince Ruyang.
Her Majesty has always treated you well. As her subjects, you harbor evil intentions, defy your superiors. It's utterly despicable.
Kyo Muyun, as Imperial Preceptor, failed to guard her virtue. Fine. But to cling to your position with that impure body, you will step down today as well.
You?
Your Majesty, don't blame me. Blame only your own poor judgment. You actually trusted that scoundrel Wang He. Surely you don't think that now you're imprisoned, he'll come to rescue you. I'm afraid once he gets the news, he'll have already fled without a trace.
Prince Ruyang, you seek to murder your sovereign and usurp the throne. You will surely face retribution. Cease now, and we may yet spare your life.
I am the one who should be the true son of heaven. You, a mere woman, occupying the throne. That is the greatest joke in all the land.
How dare you? During our reign, the realm is united, and the seasons are favorable. Your act of treason will not succeed.
Then you are too naive. Now, with the borders unstable, the garrison troops near the capital have long been dispatched to deal with the Mokiang army. The capital, at present, is completely within this prince's control.
Your Majesty, you cannot escape. And no one will lead troops to come to your rescue. Abandon that hope.
I'm here. I won't allow it. You lay a finger on Her Majesty. I'll fight you to the death.
Get them!
Are you all right, Imperial Preceptor?
Q Muyun, stop putting up a pointless struggle. You were gravely injured by Wuhang. You haven't fully recovered yet. As you are now, you're no match for us. You and the Empress should just surrender quietly. If you know what's good for you, this prince might even show some mercy and spare your lives.
Never.
Then you're asking for death. Guards, seize Her Majesty and this man, Chu Muyun. Take them all.
I'd like to see anyone try.
Wang He, I didn't think you'd dare show up. Now the Empress and the Imperial Preceptor are already like a clay idol that can't even save itself. There's no one here to protect you anymore.
Since when has Wang He needed anyone's protection?
If you're so eager to die, I certainly have no objections. You've repeatedly shown me disrespect. I've wanted to kill you for a long time. If it weren't for that woman constantly shielding you, do you really think you'd still be alive to stand here and speak to me?
You escaped once before. You're a dead man this time.
Wang He, a troublemaker like you staying in this world only invites disaster. If it weren't for you, the Empress wouldn't have ended up in this sorry state. She must be sick with regret by now.
Prince Ruyang, cut the crap with your hypocritical talk. You're the one with ulterior motives. If you want to be emperor, just say it outright. Why smear Her Majesty's name?
Prince Ruyang is peerless in wisdom and courage. His prestige is unmatched. Only an emperor like him can lead Daxia towards greater prosperity.
Exactly. The throne should go to the most capable. Prince Ruyang is the one we all look up to.
No. What on earth did Prince Ruyang promise you in return? Why are you all flattering him so much?
A mere princess title is hardly worthy of a favored daughter of heaven like me. Once my father becomes emperor, I'll be a princess.
Once Qianqian becomes a princess, I'll marry her right away. Then I'll be the imperial son-in-law of Daxia. Such glory. Could you ever hope to attain it?
I see. So you were scheming all along. So it seems you and Prince Ruyang's estate have been colluding for a long time. Then back then, when the Imperial Preceptor and I were both drugged, causing her to lose her virtue and her powers to be damaged, that was also part of your plan, wasn't it?
So what if it was?
So it really was you, Shu Yi. I've never wronged you. How could you be so vicious?
I thought that once you lost your powers and failed to summon rain, the drought would persist. Then the Empress's prestige would surely suffer. Who knew that kid Wang He would get lucky?
That's right, Empress. You got lucky before, when this kid accidentally succeeded in bringing rain, saving your reputation. But things are different now. Once the people learn that your cover-up brought on this war, they won't let you off easily. They'll despise you to the core. Someone like you is unfit for the great responsibility. In the end, it'll be up to me to clean up your mess.
So all of this was your plan?
I am destined to rule Daxia. It is by the will of heaven. Empress, your throne, it's time to give it up.
You want to be emperor? Maybe in your next life.
Wang He, there's no need for you to keep running your mouth. Now that Prince Ruyang ascends the throne, his momentum is unstoppable. Do you know that inside and outside this palace, everyone is on our side? We've long since surrounded you completely. And you, cdrama, have no one left to rely on.
Who needs anyone else? I alone am enough to deal with you.
You're like an ant trying to shake a tree. You're just one man. Even if you have some skill, can you stop an entire army?
What army? These men under your command are nothing but ants in my eyes.
You're about to die, and you're still talking tough.
You have repeatedly shown disrespect towards this prince. I will not let you off lightly. I'll skin you alive. I'll have you drawn and quartered and fed to the dogs. As for this woman, I find her quite an eyesore. Why don't we send her to a brothel? Let her lose even her chastity.
Prince Ruyang, allow me to take Wang He's life. He's been prancing around in front of me for so long. I've long wanted to send him to his grave.
Good. Since my esteemed son-in-law wishes to do it himself, I certainly have no objection.
Wang He. Now you're a turtle in a jar. There's no chance of survival.
Watch out!
Hey, hey, hey! Q Muyun, let me go! Let me go!
Q Muyun, if you dare harm my son, I'll tear you to pieces.
If you don't want him to die, drop your weapons and withdraw your troops.
Well done, Grand Preceptor.
Ha ha ha! Empress, You don't actually think that by taking Shu Yi hostage you can change the outcome today, do you? Open your eyes and look around. This place is filled with my soldiers. You won't escape today. If I were you, I'd get on my knees and kowtow and beg me to spare your life.
How dare you? How dare you speak to Her Majesty like that?
Am I wrong? Even if the heavens themselves intervened today, nothing could stop my march to claim the throne.
Prince Ruyang, I'm giving you one last chance. If you turn back from this misguided path, lay down your arms and confess your crimes to Her Majesty. You might have a sliver of hope, but if you remain stubborn, don't blame me for what happens next.
Wang He, shut your mouth! Who do you think you are? Even if your father were still alive today, in this situation, he couldn't change a thing. Let alone you, a mere brat, daring to challenge me? You're dreaming.
Father, enough talk with them. Let's end this quickly. Take them down.
Right. Men, attack!
Hey. Father, Qian, you can't just abandon me.
Don't panic yet. The winner takes all. We can't call it off just for you. Endure it for now. Once we seize the Empire, we'll make that Empress release you with all due respect.
Capture the Empress! Today this Empire will be mine. Attack!
Good heavens, Your Highness. Look!
We'll use this cup as a shield. Their weapons won't be able to break through. As long as we trap the Empress and the Imperial Preceptor inside it, I'll deal with the rest later.
Strange. Why are they all gathered around us and not coming closer?
Yeah. A moment ago they looked all fierce and aggressive. Now they don't dare approach.
It's not that they don't want to come over. They simply can't.
Why is that?
Your Majesty. Come, feel this. What is this?
How can this be? Around us, there's suddenly an extra layer of wall, but we can clearly see the outside. Why is this wall transparent?
Your Majesty, this is called glass. All of us here are now inside a glass cup. The people outside can't get in.
What are you waiting for? The Empress is right there. Attack.
What's going on?
That hurts.
What happened?
The prince seems to have some kind of invisible barrier.
How is that possible? In this world, there's no such thing.
What the hell is this?
My source? My sword. What the hell is this? It's completely invisible, yet incredibly hard.
Looks like they really can't get in. Wang He, where do you get your hands on all this good stuff?
Your Majesty, didn't I tell you before? I was once guided by celestial beings. These treasures were all left to me by them. Since we have the protection of the gods, what is there to fear?
Your Majesty, this barrier is impenetrable. Ruyang Wang's men probably can't break through. We're safe. Maybe things will really turn around.
Turn around? It's just a lousy barrier. You really think the gods gave it to you? Ha ha ha. My father and the prince will definitely find a way to break it. When that happens, you'll still be doomed. Stop! Don't hit the face!
I've long disliked this so-called top martial scholar. Someone like you is just asking for a beating.
Father, save me.
Wang He, be gentle with my son, or I'll make you regret it.
If you're so capable, why don't you break this barrier first?
Isn't Shu Yi the top martial scholar? How did you beat him so badly? He couldn't even fight back. Seems he's all talk.
Everyone, pick up your weapons and chop this barrier apart. Go! Break it!
Ruyang Wang, Maomayang, stop wasting your effort. This divine artifact is beyond your ability to breach.
All right. Even if you stay inside and are safe for now, I don't believe you can stay in there forever. There's no food or water in there. If you're not afraid of starving or dying of thirst, then just stay inside. Don't come out.
Your Highness, my son is in there too. Surely you won't let him starve to death as well.
Afraid? After I become emperor, I'll have the Empress's entire clan executed. Then I'll go to the court and kill all those stubborn, foolishly loyal ministers. Let's see if they can remain indifferent then.
Good. Your Highness, you are brilliant.
Even if they really can turn a blind eye, once I seize the throne, I'll mobilize 100,000 troops. I don't believe we can't breach this barrier. Then I'll drag them out and cut them all to pieces. They won't live much longer.
Wang He, what should we do? He actually wants to kill my people and my ministers. I can't just sit here and wait to die. I can't just watch him slaughter innocent people.
Sigh, this bloodbath. With me here, they won't kill a single one.
Someone hiding inside, too scared to come out, dares to think he can influence my decisions? What a pipe dream. Let me tell you, I, the prince, currently have tens of thousands of troops inside and outside the palace. Easily, I can make those who resist die without a grave to be buried in.
Wang He. Did you hear that? If you don't want a river of blood, take down this damn barrier.
A mere tens of thousands of men and you brag about it? Otherwise, I'll take care of you first as a warm-up. Then I'll send them down to keep you company.
Don't kill me. I don't want to die.
Look at you, coward. I can't be bothered with you. You dirty the ground.
Wang He, if you dare lay a finger on my son, I'll kill you all. I won't even leave your corpses.
Instead of worrying about your son's safety, you should worry about yourself first.
Wang He, you can talk until you're blue in the face. Even if a god descended from heaven, he couldn't save you.
I don't know about gods descending, but that monster I subdued last time, I can summon it. Let it play with you.
What? Wang He, am I hearing things? You're saying the monster you subdued, that monster, still obeys you?
That's right.
Wang He, you're about to die, and you still can't stop your habit of bragging. Fine, then summon it.
You asked for it. Don't start crying later. Mimi, I kept you in the freezer before because I was afraid you'd cause trouble. Now you have to help me teach these bad guys a lesson.
Wang He, where's your monster? Can't you summon it? Where is it? I don't see it.
Behind you.
Monster, run!
What's going on?
How is this possible? The monster really appeared. Did Wang He really summon it back?
Wang He, hegemonic. So, are you insane? Releasing such a monster, you won't survive either. Do you want to die with us?
It listens to me very well. I tell it who to kill, it kills. So you're dead.
Wang He, you actually have such power? You can command even this 1,000-year-old beast? It really won't lose control and attack us?
Yeah, it's making my heart race. This monster is truly terrifying.
What's there to fear? My pet is very well behaved. Mimi, go. Teach these fools a good lesson.
We couldn't stop him, Your Highness. This monster is incredibly powerful. No human can stand against it.
Wang He, make it stop first. Make it stop first.
Prince of Wuhang, didn't I warn you long ago to stop this foolish obsession? But you wouldn't listen, so don't blame me for getting serious.
Even if you use your dark arts to injure so many of my men, so what? Outside the palace walls, I have tens of thousands of troops. I don't believe you can subdue all of my men in one go. You and the Empress, you will die today. I will claim the throne.
Prince of Wuhang, your ambition is quite something. Too bad you ran into me. Tough luck. If the people inside the palace are like this, in complete disarray, how well off can those outside be?
What do you mean?
Your Highness, a disaster has struck. Our forces outside the palace were ambushed. The casualties are severe.
What ambush?
Suddenly, sand and stones fell from the sky. They slammed right into us. Our men were knocked over. Our carefully arranged formations were completely scattered. We had no ability to fight back.
What's sand and stones? It was just me casually grabbing a handful of sand and tossing it. That's all it took to rout them.
Wang He, you did all of this?
That's right. It was me.
How did you gain such power? Aren't you trapped inside that barrier? How did you command those demonic beasts? And how did you use your firearms to injure so many of my men?
I merely employed a little trick. No need for me to be present in person. I just had to lift a finger, and they obeyed my command. To launch an attack against you.
Impossible. That's absolutely impossible. I will not lose. I will not lose.
Prince Ruyang, stop this. Wang He. He is one blessed by the immortals. You didn't believe it before, but surely you believe it now. Your virtue is lacking. You have angered the heavens. You have overstepped your bounds. Of course they will not spare you.
Don't you lie to me. There simply are no such things as immortals in this world. Even if there were, they wouldn't have the time to meddle in our mortal affairs. Wang He, it must be you. You used some kind of dark magic. If you have the guts, come out. Face me one-on-one. If I don't kill you today, I swear I'm not human.
Prince Ruyang, evildoers always come to no good end. You've committed evil deeds. Even the heavens can't stand to watch. That's why they're punishing you. If you continue down this wrong path, all these people under your command will suffer divine retribution because of your selfishness.
Heavens above, we were wrong. We shouldn't have aided and abetted a tyrant. We shouldn't have helped Prince Ruyang rebel. If you must punish someone, punish Prince Ruyang alone. We will absolutely never do it again.
Yes, we admit our wrongs. Please forgive us. This rebellion was all instigated by Prince Ruyang and the Shu family. It has nothing to do with us. Please spare our lives.
Your Highness, could this truly be divine punishment?
Shut up. I don't care about divine punishment or earthly retribution. What this king intends to do, no one can stop. For the great cause of my ascension, I've been planning for years. How could I let temporary obstacles ruin all my efforts? I'm telling you all, no one will stand in my way.
Ruyang Wang, you are utterly obstinate.
Since the rebels have admitted their mistake, I'll just take my Mimi with me first.
It's gone. It really vanished.
Ruyang Wang, you have no chance of winning now. If you persist in your delusion, you'll only sink deeper.
Empress, you've finally shown yourself. The barrier has finally disappeared. Men, attack! Seize the Empress! Kill her! Then the world will be mine!
Ruyang Wang, it seems your men are more sensible than you.
All of you, attack! What are you waiting for? Go, go! You attack!
Your Highness, I dare not cause trouble under the eyes of the gods. The gods. In my opinion, our cause is lost. We should accept our fate.
Accept our fate? Empress, die!
Your Majesty, look out!
Die.
Your Majesty, be careful.
It's all over.
Empress, don't think capturing me will save your kingdom. Right now, the Moqiang army is right outside Shanhai Pass. They won't stop until they get what they want. With just you people, with Daxia's military strength, you're no match for them. Just you wait. Wait for the Moqiang cavalry to trample you all.
I easily dealt with your 10,000 plus men. What trouble can Moqiang possibly stir up?
Don't think your little bit of sorcery and your little weapons make you special. So you managed to wound some of my men. What of it? Moqiang has a full 100,000 elite troops. Each one is fierce and skilled in battle. You're no match for them. And Wuhang died by your hand. The king of Moqiang hates you to the bone. He will absolutely not let you off easy. Wang He, your triumph won't last long.
Prince Ruyang, you are a Daxia man. How can you boost their morale while dampening our own? By suppressing our army like this, aren't you afraid Moqiang will march south? Our ancestral legacy destroyed in an instant?
Prince Ruyang, you know full well Daxia faces external threats. Yet you deliberately start a civil war. Your intentions are treasonous.
All of this is thanks to you. Empress, if I can't be emperor, you won't be either. I'd rather see the throne change hands than let you have it.
As long as I'm here, the throne will not change hands. When Moqiang surrenders, I'll personally visit the dungeon to bring you the good news.
Guards, take them away. Lock them in the dungeon. Await further judgment.
Your Majesty, I don't want to die. Please spare our lives.
It's too late for regrets now.
Your Majesty, Shu Yi is missing! Your Majesty, Shu Yi is missing.
He was right here just a moment ago. How did he vanish in the blink of an eye?
He must have slipped away while we weren't paying attention. What a coward. He doesn't even care about his own father's fate.
Send men after him immediately. You must bring Shu Yi back to me.
Let go of me. I am the son of the mighty general. Shu Yi. Li Hua is my uncle.
Stay still.
Uncle.
Shu Yi, it really is you. Let him go. Why have you suddenly come to the border? Right now, the Moqiang army is right outside the pass. They could attack at any moment. It's too dangerous here. You should go back.
Uncle, I came here this time specifically to ask for your help.
At a time like this, what help could you possibly need from me?
I want you to open the gates of Shanghai Pass, lower the drawbridge, allow the Moqiang army to pass through unimpeded and enter Daxia.
What did you say? The Shanghai Pass fortress is the lifeline of our Daxia. Once the gates are open and the enemy enters, they will surely march south, straight to the capital.
Wouldn't that be perfect? I wish they would march directly on the capital. Let the Empress be overwhelmed and reap what she's sown. Uncle, have you made up your mind? Don't hesitate any longer.
You and your father actually caused such a huge disaster right in the capital. Following Prince Ruiyang in rebellion is a crime punishable by exterminating 9 generations.
So you do know it's a crime punishable by exterminating 9 generations. When the Empress investigates this, we'll both lose our heads. My father is already in their hands. Prince Ruiyang also has no chance of turning things around anymore. If we don't do something now, aren't we just waiting to die?
Letting the enemy army in would truly be the end of Daxia, and I would become a sinner for all eternity.
Victors become kings, losers become bandits. What sinner for all eternity? Once the Moqiang tribe's army crushes Daxia, there will be no more Daxia in this world. A dynasty overthrown by others, how will the history books record it? That's for the victors to decide.
You mean...
To let the Moqiang tribe's army in? Their king will surely remember our contribution. High office and great wealth are guaranteed. No matter how you look at it, it's a deal with no downside. Do you want to stay here and wait for the Empress's investigation, only to be executed later?
You're right. No matter how hard I work here, being related to the Shu family, the Empress will never spare me. Rather than waiting for death, I might as well take a gamble. I'll give the order now to open the city gates and passes. Let the Moqiang Kingdom's army enter Daxia.
Urgent report! Urgent report from the border! The Moqiang Kingdom's army has broken through Shanghai Pass. They're heading for the capital. Your Majesty, Shanghai Pass has fallen. The Moqiang army is marching toward the capital, but our capital's defenses are weak. We cannot hold them off.
How? How is this possible? How could it happen so fast?
We're doomed. Our great Xia dynasty. Could it truly be on the brink of collapse?
How could this be? Even if the Moqiang are fierce warriors, it's impossible for them to have breached Shanghai Pass so quickly.
The Moqiang didn't breach it themselves. A garrison commander from our ranks betrayed us. He defected to the Moqiang. They worked together from inside and out, and he deliberately opened the city gates. That's how they charged in without any resistance.
A commander betrayed his country? Who?
The traitor's name is Li Hua. He's also the brother-in-law of General Wei Wu.
So it was him? That whole family? Birds of a feather. All in cahoots.
There are also reports from the border that General Wei Wu's son, Shu Yi, is among their troops. I fear he conspired with Li Hua to bring ruin upon our great Xia.
No wonder I've searched everywhere for any trace of Shu Yi and found nothing. So he went to Shanghai Pass to join his uncle in treason. If he ever falls into my hands, I will tear him to pieces.
Your Majesty, the Moqiang already possess a formidable army. Before, we had Shanghai Pass and its sturdy walls to hold them back. We still had a chance. Now, with the gates wide open, won't the Moqiang army sweep through like a hot knife through butter? With nothing to stop them?
Heavens, we barely managed to suppress Prince Ruiyang's rebellion. Now the Moqiang are pressing in on us, our great Xia.
is in grave peril.
As for dealing with these Mokyang people, I have plenty of ideas.
Wang He, what time do you think this is? And you're still here spouting nonsense?
Even if they breach our defenses, there's no need to worry. When it comes to dealing with the Mokyang people, I have plenty of tricks up my sleeve.
Wang He, what kind of time is this? And you're still here spouting nonsense? To be perfectly honest, Mokyang turning against us is all because of you.
Exactly. If it weren't for that day when you couldn't control your temper and killed Wuhang, how could things have reached this point of no return? If our nation truly falls, your name will be cursed for eternity.
This matter can't be blamed entirely on Wang He. Wuhang's face was despicable. He bullied others with his power. If we didn't fight back, should we have just let them walk all over us?
Imperial Preceptor. You're Wang He's woman. Of course you would speak in his defense. But as things stand now, the crisis facing our Daxia was brought about by his own hand. That is an indisputable fact.
Stop arguing. Wang He, earlier you said you had a way to deal with the Mokyang people. What exactly is it? Tell us.
It's simple. The Mokyang people follow their ruler without question. As the saying goes, cut off the head of the snake. I just need to capture the ruler of Mokyang. Once he's captured, then the general's under his command. We'll have no choice but to surrender without a fight.
Capture the ruler of Mokyang? Wang He, you really dare to make such an outrageous boast. That Mokyang ruler did not lead this campaign. He's far away in the northern deserts, thousands of miles from here. To capture him, you don't even know this basic intelligence, yet you dare to stand here spouting such nonsense.
Wang He, if you said a deity was secretly helping you, I might have believed it a little. But now you are actually saying you'll capture the ruler of Mokyang? That's too absurd. How can I believe you?
Your Majesty, you only need to lend me a few highly skilled Imperial guards. I have a way to lead them right to that ruler's very presence.
The king of Mokyang is far to the north in the desert. To get from the capital to the northern desert, you must cross a harsh, unforgiving wasteland. By the time you arrive at the Mokyang capital, the capital here would have long since fallen.
Under normal circumstances, that would be true. But am I a normal person? I'm the god of this world. So, I'll take them and fly there. This helicopter hasn't been used in a long time. Perfect. Let those little guys have some fun. Let's take off.
Just now, Wang He said he was going to prepare the team and the means of travel. He also said that soon we just have to look up to see it. What's going on?
Your Majesty, I don't know either.
Isn't it obvious? It must be Wang He afraid of taking responsibility for this mission. He's taken the chance to run off. In this world, besides birds and beasts, what else can fly in the sky?
Hey, look, what is that? There seems to be a giant bird in the sky. It's flying so fast.
Bye-bye.
Oh my god, this is incredible. I never dreamed that one day I'd actually be flying in the sky.
We won't really fall, will we? If we fall from here, we'd be smashed to pieces.
Relax. Since I brought you all out here, I'll naturally ensure your safety. This plane can travel thousands of miles a day, so it won't be long before we head straight for the enemy camp.
Am I seeing things? Wang He and his men? They've taken to the sky.
It really does look like them. What is that thing? It can carry so many people, and it flies so fast. It vanished in an instant.
Could it be there really is some kind of divine magic?
I understand now. It must be a divine bird. Legend has it that the mounts of immortals can all fly. Could it be the immortal who enlightened Wang He lent him his own mount to help our Daxia against the Mokyang kingdom?
If that's truly the case, then Daxia might be saved.
Let's hope so. Wang He will not disappoint me.
Your Majesty, our army is advancing swiftly. I believe it won't be long before we reach Daxia's capital. Their capital is currently undermanned. It's the perfect time for us to attack.
Well done. Once we conquer Daxia, our Mokyang kingdom will rule the Central Plains. And then, even that woman, Ren Qianqiu, will have to submit beneath my feet and obediently be my pet dog. So what if you were once the exalted empress? What of it? From now on, you'll only serve me pouring my tea as my lowly servant.
Indeed, I've heard, my lord, that Daxia's Prince of Ruoyang attempted a palace coup, but unexpectedly, their so-called Duke Dingguo suppressed it.
Duke Dingguo. Could it be the one who killed my brother Wuhang's precious?
Yes, it's him. I think he's called Wang He.
After we annihilate Daxia, we must capture that damned Wang He. Capture him. I will skin him alive, grind his bones to dust, to atone for Wuhang's death.
Soon, the entire Daxia will be in the palm of your hand. A mere official whether to kill or spare him is entirely up to you, Your Majesty. I am here to congratulate you in advance on unifying the realm and pacifying the 9 provinces.
What's going on?
Your Majesty, someone has broken in.
Impossible. My residence is surrounded by guards. Not even a fly could get in. How could anyone get through the heavy defenses and break in here? Who are you?
I am the Duke of Ding of Daxia, Wang He. I heard you've been looking for me everywhere.
Wang He. So you're the one who killed our Grand Elder Wuhang, Wang He.
That's right. It was me.
How did you people from Daxia get here? Why didn't the outer guards report anything?
Naturally, when we came, it was without anyone noticing. No one stopped us at all.
That's impossible. You are a whole group of people. Our Mokiang Kingdom's army is neither deaf nor blind. How could they not have noticed you?
Well, you wouldn't know this. Our Duke of Ding has the aid of the gods. From Daxia's capital to here, it was without breaking a sweat.
Wang He, is it? I've been looking for you everywhere. Now you've come knocking on my door to die. Then I will make sure you never leave this place alive.
It seems we share the same goal. I came here specifically to take your life.
What nonsense are you spouting? With just a few of you, you dare threaten my life?
These people right here are more than enough. Once I kill you, I'll take your head to intimidate your reckless Mokiang army.
Bastard, how dare you speak to our king like that? Our Mokiang army is about to reach your Daxia capital. By then, even your empress will become our slave. You're just a lowly official, and you think you can cause trouble here? Kneel and beg for forgiveness from our king.
You really have a death wish. This is the heart of my Mokiang kingdom. The number of troops outside is beyond your imagination. Even if you snuck in here under the cover of darkness, leaving now is next to impossible. With just a handful of you, my Mokiang army can tear you apart with ease.
Enough. That's enough of your noise. You don't actually think your current situation gives you the right to threaten me? It's your time to shine. Attack! Cut off this king's dog head.
Lord, will you take action yourself?
You Japanese dogs. Die!
How is this possible? You cut off the Lord's head.
No matter how hard the head, it's nothing to me. Let the two brothers die together, nice and neat. Consider it a little gift from me.
He was the sect leader appointed by the Wogua Immortal.
The Wogua Immortal again. Huh, is this the kind of useless trash he picks as a sect leader? And you still have the nerve to go out and swindle people? Bah.
You dare disrespect the Wogua Immortal like this? You'll pay for this.
Pay? I'll be waiting for him in Daxia. Let's see what he can do to me.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Relax. A lowly pawn like you isn't worth dirtying my hands. Mission accomplished. Fall back.
You think you can kill our lord and just walk out of here? The outside is swarming with our troops and soldiers. They've already sent word. You won't get far.
I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Even without wings, we'll still fly. And we'll fly higher and farther.
Impossible.
Then open your eyes wide and watch closely. Go, get on the plane.
How can this be? Those guys, are they really immortals?
Duke, you are truly remarkable. This is clearly the enemy's main camp, yet you move through it with us as you please. It's almost like we're walking through unguarded territory. I never would have imagined the head of the Mokiang Kingdom's ruler could be taken so easily.
What do you call this? This is what you call taking an enemy general's head from amidst 10,000 troops with ease.
With you guarding our Daxia, we have nothing to fear.
Empress, I advise you to obediently open the city gates and surrender. With the meager forces you have in the capital, Do you think you can withstand the vast army of my Mokiang kingdom? If you surrender willingly, perhaps I might even spare the commoners in the capital. But if you remain stubborn, once I enter the city, I will unleash a massacre.
A massacre, a massacre.
Your Majesty, do they intend to slaughter the city?
Perhaps we should just open the gates. It could prevent further casualties.
Surrendering without a fight is the ultimate disgrace. As a minister of Daxia, how can you say such things?
Imperial Preceptor, this is no time for heroics. After Prince Ruyang's rebellion, the capital's troops suffered significant losses. Now the borders are unstable, and the capital's defenses are weak. The enemy has struck right at the heart. Aside from surrendering, what other choice do we have?
Silence. This is the land of our Daxia. You hold a military title, yet you don't think of defending our home. That's bad enough. But you're actually considering willingly submitting? Unbelievable.
General Liu, do not speak of this again. If the city falls, we die. That is all.
My actions are also for the sake of Her Majesty's reputation. There is simply no way we can win. Admitting defeat now may be humiliating, but at least it can protect everyone's lives.
Wang He should be back soon. With him here, we might have a plan. Before he returns, everyone must hold the city gates at all costs. Don't let a single one of the enemy's soldiers in.
Your Majesty, what time do you think it is? And you still believe Wang He's lies? For all we know, he's already been chopped into pieces by the King of Mokiang, left without a whole corpse.
Even if he doesn't return, even if we fight to the last, until only one soldier remains, as long as I am here, not an inch of our land will be yielded.
Empress, since you refuse to see reason, don't blame me for what happens next. Once we conquer this place, you can look forward to becoming a prisoner of the Mokiang kingdom.
With a pathetic bunch like you think you can swallow up Daxia?
Who said that? Show yourself.
Your Majesty, it's Wang He. Wang He has returned.
I am a man who changes neither his name nor his surname. I am Wang He.
So you're Wang He. Perfect. Once we take this place, you'll be the first one I kill. To avenge Lord Wuhang.
Avenge him.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at you for overestimating yourself. Not just you, even your king of Mokiang was defeated by me.
Wang He, Mo Fei, you really brought back the head of the Mokiang king?
Mission accomplished.
Huh. Ridiculous. Our king is far away in the northern desert. Don't tell me you're trying to say that in just a few hours, you traveled from the capital to the desert and back again.
Exactly.
Ha ha ha. Fine. Even if you did make a round trip from here to the desert. Our capital in the north is guarded by 30,000 elite troops. Don't tell me you're trying to say you single-handedly stormed the capital and took our king's life?
Not exactly. I brought 7 men with me.
Wang He, the Mokiang army is already at our gates. If you truly care about Daxia, you should rein in your temper, instead of provoking them and making them even angrier.
Haven't you done enough damage? Hurry up and show them some humility. Maybe they'll go easy on us.
You know as well as I do, they're at our doorstep. If you had any backbone, you'd risk your life to defend the capital. And you want me to back down? You're hopeless.
You?
Enough talk. I don't have time to waste here with you. When the city falls, it will be your end, Wang He. I'll take your head and claim credit with my king.
What a pity. Your king won't live to see you return.
What do you mean by that? What is this?
Want to know? I'll show you.
Is this... could it be?
Indeed. This is the Mokiang king's head.
I think I spaced out for a second. I didn't quite catch that.
This is a head.
I know it's a head. Whose head is it?
They're sovereigns, of course.
You actually killed their sovereign? How did you do it?
What's so hard about that? Slicing through 10,000 troops to take a man's head? For me, it's a piece of cake.
Wang He, you're amazing.
Imperial Preceptor, calm down.
Our sovereign was appointed by the Great Squash Immortal as the sect leader. How could this happen?
You think it's impossible because you're short-sighted. You don't believe there are mountains beyond mountains, and people beyond people.
It's you. You killed my sovereign. We will have our revenge for this.
Revenge?
There's a long line of people who want revenge on me. You're not even in the running.
Wang He, so what if you killed their sovereign? So what if you killed their sovereign? The army won't retreat. On the contrary, they'll be provoked and come after us even harder.
Wang He, you're clearly screwing us over.
Then how about I give you a chance to kill them all? You'd be doing Daxia a great service.
Why should I? You're the one who started this mess. Why should I clean up your mess?
If you can't do it, then shut your mouth.
Wang He. Even though they're leaderless right now, they're still right outside our walls. If they really breach the city, the people inside will be in mortal danger.
Don't worry, I won't give them that chance.
That's not up to you. Even if you're capable, you can't stop an assault from so many people. We now have a blood feud with you and the Daxia.
The wrath of tens of thousands is something we simply cannot withstand.
Your Majesty, do you trust me?
Although it sounds incredible, I am willing to believe you.
Wang He, I believe in you too.
Good. Hearing that from both of you is enough. Now just sit back and watch the show. Open sesame. Whoa. It got this hot after just a little blowing? Using this against those frozen little men, they won't stand a chance. Mokiang people, let me show you what a scorching tornado feels like.
Come on, charge, attack.
General! Don't you think this wind is a bit strange?
Ouch, yeah. There was no wind just now. Why is it suddenly a sandstorm? Oh my god.
What's going on? Where is this wind coming from? It's clearly blowing from the direction of the Mokiang Kingdom's army. We're so close, but we can't feel it.
Of course you can't feel it, because I fixed its direction. It's only aimed at the enemy army.
Wang He, you're the one behind this wind. But wind alone, will they be willing to leave?
They don't have a choice.
General, don't you think this wind is getting hotter? I feel like I'm about to be roasted alive.
Yeah, even in the middle of summer the wind isn't this hot. My god, it's killing me.
I heard Wang He has divine protection.
Ah.
Anyone who offends him meets a bad end. Could it be there really is a god in the sky punishing us?
What do we do now?
I can't take it anymore. Let's get out of here, or we'll really be cooked alive.
No, we must avenge our king.
Still won't leave, huh? Then I'll give you something even more powerful. After lighting this up and putting it in the icebox, for those little guys, it'll be like an atomic bomb.
The wind has finally stopped. Ah. What's happening now?
What was that huge noise just now? What was that thing? And what appeared in the sky?
In all my life, I've never seen such a spectacle. How can there be such a terrifying weapon in this world? No wonder these rebels were blown to bits. Not a trace of them left.
Piece of cake. If you like the show, I can set off a few more.
How did this happen? We gathered so many troops. How did we fall apart so easily?
If we don't leave now, we'll truly be wiped out.
Go! Retreat.
Hey, they're running? Who was it that just threatened to invade our great Daxia?
They've really withdrawn. Excellent. Grand Tutor, go quickly and have the battlefield cleared.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I wonder if these Mokiang people will come back for revenge. We still cannot let our guard down.
Do not worry, Your Majesty. Upon their return this time, they will have their own problems to deal with. They won't have the mind to target Daxia again.
What did you do?
I just used my plane to smash through every single one of Mokiang's city walls. Right now, that place is just a pile of rubble.
What is a plane?
It's that thing I rode earlier that can fly in the air.
So, that wasn't a divine steed from the gods? I thought there were gods secretly helping us?
Your Majesty?
Hmm?
You're so adorable.
Do not speak nonsense. I am the ruler of this land. How could I be described as adorable? This time you have rendered a great service to Daxia. If not for you, we would not have achieved such a complete victory, nor eliminated the immense threat posed by Mokiang.
It was nothing. Not worth mentioning.
What reward would you like? Just name it. If it is within my power to give, you shall have it.
I can ask for anything, and you'll give it to me?
Yes.
Then I want Your Majesty. So is that a yes or not?
It's not entirely out of the question.
Wow, this is my lucky day.
For some reason, ever since that loud noise, I suddenly feel so hot here.
Ah, it is pretty hot. This icebox isn't plugged in. The heat dissipation isn't great.
Icebox? What icebox?
Never mind. Your Majesty, let me escort you back to the palace. I'll fan you. Laifu. Perfect timing. Fill up my water. After that, give me a shoulder rub. I've been so sore lately. Hey, I gotta say your massage skills have gotten worse. You're pressing so lightly. Did you skip dinner? You don't have to be that rough either, softer.
Are you done yet? So many demands.
What brings you here? What wind has blown our great Daxia's most formidable imperial preceptor all the way over here?
Stop teasing me. Let me ask you. Do you have feelings for Her Majesty?
What if I said yes? Would you be upset?
Her Majesty is peerless in grace and beauty, and exceptionally capable. Anyone would be drawn to someone like her. A phoenix among men. It's only natural that you'd admire her. I wouldn't get angry over that.
Then why are you pouting?
I'm asking you. You said you wanted to marry me before. Does that still stand?
What? Afraid I'll leave you.
No way.
Imperial preceptor. If you wish to continue staying by my side, you'll need to show some sincerity.
What do you want?
You have an eyelash. What? What did you think I was going to do? You didn't think I was going to kiss you, did you?
You're awful.
Coward. Awful.
Great Immortal Wogua, Great Immortal. Please save us. Save the Mokiang Kingdom. Before, with your guidance, our Mokiang Kingdom was invincible. But now, all of that has been destroyed by one man.
What happened?
In the Daxia Kingdom, there's a man named Wang He. He not only killed our Grand Elder, Wuhang, but also killed our king. Even when our great army reached the Daxia Imperial City, it was repelled by a mysterious force.
Who is he?
He is the Duke of Daxia. With him there, we have absolutely no way to conquer Daxia. We beg you, Great Immortal, to lend us your aid. Great Immortal. When Wang He was in Mokiang, he showed you great disrespect. We implore you to take action and make him pay the price.
Wang He. That name. I'll remember it.
Report? Your Majesty, urgent news from the border. A mysterious force is invading our borders. Their leader is called the Great Immortal Wogua.
Great Immortal Wogua? Isn't that the deity worshipped by the Wuhang sect?
Your Majesty, Mokiang reveres him as a god. I'm afraid he's here to avenge them. He won't be easy to deal with.
What is there to fear? With Wang He here, I believe our great Daxia can be invincible.
Wang He. I will not fail this mission.